All right. Just had to get a little bit more Slayer in.
All right. What's up, guys? I tried to catch the Slayer, but I guess I missed it. Welcome to another Sunday night roundtable. Appreciate you guys showing up. We have a fantastic panel with us already. I know that Daniel is unfortunately not feeling too good, but he is in the side chat. So, guys, make sure you say hi to Daniel. TR, Blue, you have links. If you want to jump in, please do. You're more than welcome. AllenBePro, what's up, brother?
Oh, doing great, man. Doing great. Other than I was at work at 2:30 this morning and haven't been able to catch me any chat napping time. So, you know, I'm looking forward to that myself. We have a couple of good people here in the chat. Already the side chat's filling up. Great to see some good people out there. Blue, really need you in here. We need our staple. Yeah.
He didn't get the email, so I'm gonna send it to his YouTube inbox. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. With that, we will re-welcome a gent that was a staple in the very grassroots of foreign and domestic. Insight Freedom, how the hell are ya?
Doing pretty good. Made it back in town enough time to actually get on tonight, so it feels good to be back. Missed y'all terribly.
Yeah. I have to say that I get reminded of you very frequently. Anytime I hear anybody's doing a giveaway, I suspect you're going to win it. But we did have one giveaway, not only participant, but someone that contributed into a giveaway and won a giveaway on the package. So, Mr. Reloading from the Hot Pot.
How you doing tonight, Alan? Inside. How you doing, Scotsman? Hello, everybody out there in the side chat. Hope everybody's having a good day.
You're a little robotic there. Got some mic issues, my friend.
Little robotic.
Just a little clicky.
Yeah, it's probably your cable or something, man.
Yeah, is that any better?
Nope.
Nope, that's no better.
Nope. No. If that don't work, this'll fix it.
Yeah. Joey, cuz you got a link too, man. Jump in.
Oh man, you invited Joey?
I always invite Joey. We gotta have someone to pick on.
He was the gay pirate
Joey,
on Blog
come on in. It takes a little bit of heat off of me, please.
Oh, nothing will ever take the heat off of JanIsGay.
Oh God, nothing ever will. Nothing ever.
No,
will.
that's definitely a flaming issue there.
All right, Blue, what's up, brother, man?
No, same old. I don't know what it is about Sunday nights, but man, I feel like shit again. Seems like I'm getting into this weekly cycle. I don't know if it's the weather change or what, but not feeling real good, but wanted to jump in here. So thanks for the invite.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you showing up. You're always welcome. I'm not sure why you don't get it in your email, but I'll make sure I send it in your YouTube inbox from now on.
All right.
Good to have you. We're going to start early with one thing. So first off, guys, make sure you stick around because in the second half of the show, we have something pretty special. So make sure you stick around. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's pretty special. So you better stay for that part of the show. With that being said, we are going to do a gun check real early. So gun check, people.
Well, riding shotgun.
I got Scotsman's evil second twin.
Been on the road, so the shield.
You might have the evil twin, but mine's cocked, locked, and loaded.
Blue, those handles look really evil because they're black.
Well, it's my assault scissors. They're the Fiskars brand, so you really got to watch out for those ones.
What kind of accessories can you put on that?
Well, if you get a hot glue gun, you can add like a rail on the top of it. It's
Awesome.
pretty nice.
Put a nice red dot on it and some bump handles.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta add that these grips here were compliments of Insight on his giveaway that I won. Nice G10 grips. Them beautiful.
They are. Love that.
Those things look damn good on there. Damn good.
I was gonna put some stippling on this, but every time I touched it to the hot gun, it just like melted the shit out of the. It didn't really turn out good.
Careful now, that's almost a ghost gun right there.
Yeah, I don't know if sandpaper scissor grips makes a particular model for those scissors or not, but
Actually, let me take like a 10-foot walk and grab my newest project here.
Uh-oh.
Here we
Black
go.
and blue.
This will be good.
black and blue. Yeah, I've been following this one since and this guy's turning out.
Here she comes, coming into view.
Gotta speak, man. Looking pretty, but you gotta speak.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that it keeps switching over. There she is, all done, except for the rail. I did get a different rail for it, but it ended up not being the right color blue. It was a real light blue, so I got to send that back. But I just made the last video public, so it's up there if anybody wants to check it out after the chat's over.
That's awesome, man. Looks good.
Now
Good deal.
Now we just have to shoot it and see if it actually fires without blowing up on me.
I'm sure it won't blow up.
If it does, it'll be on YouTube.
Gotta be. Otherwise, it never happened.
Yeah, if it didn't happen on video, it didn't happen.
Exactly.
You know, but I was just going to mention Virgin, and so yeah, Joey Cuz, how you doing?
Figures you would talk about me in that type of a tone.
Good to see you, brother, man.
You mention me and I just pop up out of nowhere. I'm worse than the Candy Man.
Kind of like herpes, huh? Pop up
Or a
the most
hemorrhoid.
pop up the most inopportune times and never really completely go away.
Exactly. No matter how hard you try, I always come back at the worst time possible.
Absolutely. And we have TR Prepper. What's up, brother, man?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey, TR.
Up to TR.
What's up, TR?
I'm still recovering from the flu or a cold or something. I was just going to hang out, but Blue was cussing me out there, so get my ass in here. So here I am.
I don't have any topics really for tonight. It's gonna be kind of a hang with the guys tonight. So
You
if
did
you guys have
good.
any topics, if you have any politics, that's fine. But I don't have anything personally.
Yeah, I'll do my gun check for Blue since it's a police trade-in. I got me a Remington 870 also now.
Very nice. Can't go wrong.
You keep shooting that thing, you're going to end up with that semi-automatic pump there in a little bit.
Yeah.
Well,
Dan
to
here
me,
is
the only
semi-automatic.
problem with it, to me, that 870 didn't look safe. Mine, on the other hand, is safe.
Yeah, it is unsafely unloaded right now, but I got a pistol that's loaded right here. So
There you go. And John Solar 283, what is up, my brother?
What's up, all the crazy people? In case nobody said it yet, let me be the first one to say it. Joey, shut the fuck up.
You are too late. It's already been in the chat.
Hey, John Solar, if you haven't seen this already, I got this in the mail. This is pretty freaking awesome.
Oh, that's great. Where did you get that?
Mrs. Scab Ugly sent me this awesome T-shirt.
Chat napper.
Oh.
Hold on, it gets better. and then the sleeve has that on it. That is freaking awesome.
I love it. That's great. That's great.
I absolutely love that shirt. It's awesome.
What do you guys think about that? Just a little bit political for a second. What do you guys think about these states that are bumping up the age? I know Florida has already, and I know other states are looking into it or trying, throwing the shit at the wall, raising the age of 21 to buy a long gun. Do you think the NRA is going to be able to counter that? I know they've already filed a lawsuit against Florida.
I think the military is going to counter it itself. I don't think it's going to fly very long, because you got to realize what you're asking. What you're asking is a child, whether like it or not, 18 years old. I don't give a shit. In my world, that's a child. All right. You have a child who cannot possess a firearm, cannot go buy a firearm, but he can, or she can, go to war and fire the big guns as well as the M16 and lay their lives down. They can lay their lives down for us. They're not, when they come back home, they're not old enough to possess a firearm. That makes no sense. It's not right. I mean, that's going to be a huge argument, in my opinion. You cannot send these people and go, you're good enough to die, but you're not good enough to protect your own family.
Well, I think they got away with the you can't be 21 and you can't own a handgun until you're 21. I think they got away with that just because you could still buy a long arm at 18. Yes. So they still kind of preserved your Second Amendment rights. But when they done this, then it's like you can't own a handgun, a long gun. I don't give a fuck if it's a 22 rifle. You can't own it until you're 21. I think it's going to be struck down. I really do.
But think about it. They are allowed to go lay their lives down by using the same weapon that's illegal for them to use to protect themselves at home.
Yeah, well, and
protect the country. Yeah, you can protect the country and go die, but you may not protect your property and your home and yourself. No.
And let's not forget this too, John, is they sign up voluntarily. They are stepping up to the plate and saying, I will lay my life on the line for this flag, for this country, for the Second Amendment. And
it's going to reach a point.
And you're going to take that right away from me and make me wait X amount of years before I can buy something just because of that.
You hear a lot of nonsense out there.
That don't help the argument. Either you are an adult at 18 or you're not. Either you cannot get married till you're 21. You cannot be tried as an adult till you're fucking 21. You can't own a fucking firearm till you're 21.
You can't vote till you're 21.
Either one or the other. You can't do it half-ass.
That's right. You can't be old enough to die, but too young to protect yourself. There's no sense there. There's no sense. How many kids
it makes no sense at all. It makes no sense at all. But the way that the NRA is filing that lawsuit is something that I don't know how much that's going to help, but just the fact that they're going against it is butter in my world.
I think we're going to be able to help ourselves a lot more than we think we are. Where everybody's so pissed off, everybody's really beginning to talk. I mean, think of a few years back when Obama was in. It was like fucking crickets. People weren't standing up. They weren't. Like, I don't want to get in trouble, and they were worried to say this and that, wasn't that? But I mean, people are standing up now. They have something to say, and they're getting tired of it. And even though they may say 98% over and over and over again, I'll tell you right now, when you hear from the military, because remember, think logically. Blue, you'll be able to help me with this. There's not enough law enforcement, just law enforcement in this country to do what they would want to do. There's not enough. It's physically impossible. So you would have to bring in the military. And do you believe the military is going to take up arms against its own people in this country? Mm-hmm. That is the only way it can be done. You cannot disarm this nation using law enforcement. It won't work. Average big city, How many cops are there to citizens? It's a huge outnumbered amount. You're not going to be able to go in and use law enforcement. So you're going to have to bring in the military. That is the only way you could disarm this nation, is to bring in the military. And the military is not going to, I can't for a second believe the military would actually attack their own nation. It wouldn't happen. They're trying all these backdoor reasons because they know it won't happen. Every little sneaky trick they do is a backdoor. You know, I mean, and don't forget, now there's still a lot more backdoors out there. You can turn around and freaking attack ammunition. You can make it impossible to get gunpowder. You can start making the regulations for manufacturing ammunition so horrific, companies start to go down from it. There's lots of backdoor ways. They'll use all those before they ever.
Yeah, and I think there's another misconception out there. I hate to butt in. Another misconception, especially with these kids. Oh my God, these fucking Tide Pod eating kids. Anyway, they think that there's going to be a law passed to ban, say, AR-15s, and then everybody's going to turn them in.
Yeah,
It's not going to happen. It's, you know, even if you ban the further sale of them, how many millions of AR-15s, AK-47s, Stires, Mini 14s, all this other shit? You didn't accomplish a freaking thing. Not
I had that same conversation with a kid. I said, I want to just ask you one simple question. One fucking simple question. Are drugs illegal? 5 years ago. He's like, well, yeah. How hard was it to get a joint? Could you find a joint in every city in this country? Yes. Was it legal in any way, shape, or form? No. Could you go to jail for it? Yes. I mean, think about it. I mean, it doesn't. We all know the common sense aspect of it. I mean, you want to talk about? I mean, Blue, you'll know this one. Talk about gun trafficking. If you made guns illegal, it would become a fucking trafficker's heaven. It would be nothing but trafficking. That's it. Everybody would be trafficking guns.
Look back in history. All you have to do is look back in history and look at the repeal on alcohol.
Yeah, prohibition was crazy.
Yeah, you know what did that do? That drove up the prices of alcohol. It was still available, and the only people that made out were the quote unquote criminals and the government that had different agencies made with more manpower put on it.
Well, it's the same thing back home. Like back home, you know, guns are illegal, but there's still gun trafficking.
Yeah, you can't. How do you have?
You can't ban something without someone's finding a loophole to make it work to where it's profitable for them.
Yeah, and plus you still have gun deaths. All these places, they may make it really, really difficult, but it doesn't stop the crime. Look at Australia. I mean, they keep touting how Australia, there's almost no gun crime. That's not true. There's gun crime still, but look at all the other crimes. I mean, robberies don't stop at all.
Yeah, violent crime has gone through the roof.
Right. I don't have a gun, but I have this here fancy little knife that I got. I'm gonna stick it in you.
Well, I've said it many, many times. Back home, knife crime is through the roof.
That's right.
You take away one weapon, we're gonna grab another weapon.
I mean, just think. I mean, you got a guy with a baseball bat wrapped up in barbed wire. Do you think it's no big joke? Of course you think it's a serious ass thing. There's a guy holding a barbed wire covered baseball bat. He's coming at you. It doesn't matter. They'll find something. They will fucking find something. Always. With Cain, the first murder, fucking rock. I mean, it's been the beginning of goddamn time. It's always has been. You will never, ever, ever outlaw everything. It can't be done.
Unless you ban rocks.
But here's the thing. They're not trying to outlaw everything. They're trying to make it a socialist country where they run everything and fuck everyone else. That's what they're trying to do. It's not about banning the guns. It's about controlling the people. That's what they want to do. They want to be the ones in control.
You're looking down the road at the final step. And I understand that. Right now, I have to stare at what's in front of me. So if you stop what's happening right now with that, the final outcome won't make it. I just don't believe. I don't believe they're going to ever make this country into a socialist.
No, they never will. It's not going to happen. The people will not let it happen.
You keep freaking letting these people have babies, and it will.
Yeah, the sheeple.
I'll correct that. It will not happen in my lifetime. If it happens, I will be in the ground, dead. Because it could very well happen, but not in my life. There's nothing happening in my lifetime. It's too much. They're going to do what? We're going to make shit uncomfortable. They're going to fucking ban bump stocks. They're going to take away liberties one at a time. They're going to continue this nonsense. And yes, they can make life tough for us. They can turn around and go, you know what? All you reloaders, yeah, need a license.
Yeah, and then there's this huge tax that's now starting to get implemented on ammunition. If they can't ban the guns, they're going to ban the ammunition. This is something that I've said for years and years, and we're already seeing that across the country. We've seen it definitely in California, amongst other states. And so now they're just going to tax the shit out of everything to make it to where what? Only the elite can have ammunition? What the fuck?
Well, I'll tell you what I started studying.
California is not actually a state. It's just a province of America. It's like Puerto Rico.
It's a territory.
I was going to say it's like Puerto Rico. Thank you, TR. You took the words out of my mouth.
Now, who's the reloader? Who's the big reloader here?
TR.
TR reload. I reload.
I reload. Now, have you guys begun studying the old way yet? Because this whole nonsense made me begin studying the old way. I went up north, talked to some of the guys, had a chance to learn the old way. I've watched these guys, and I've watched them do it and shot it. They caught my attention when I was telling them all the way we do this and we do that, and they're just laughing at me. They think we're a bunch of fucking idiots. They have no idea what is with you guys and all your fancy bullshit. They just laugh. And when I started listening to this old, what we call him an old scubber. We started listening to this old scubber. He's like, look at the rounds that have been around for a long, long time. The 45, all right? Look at the 308. You started looking at those different rounds. These guys load these things by hand. I'm not joking you. And they don't even have reloading machines. When they reload 308s, they reload like 10 and that's it. He's like, how many times you planning on missing? I don't plan on missing. So he's only reloading like 10. And I'm watching this guy, and they're reloading in the most basic, most simple manner there is. All right. Everything's done by hand. They're hand pressing in the primers. They don't have anything. He doesn't have any of that equipment. None of it. Because when they're way up north, you can't carry all this weight with you. I mean, some of the phrases you may have heard, the Great White North, all that stuff, that's actually real. That's here where I'm at. But I mean, we call it the Great Northern Woods. And I mean, you get out there, you can go for days and days and days and days and see nothing. All right. So when you go up there to hunt, you can't carry much, and you're going to have to reload. So it made me want to learn the old way. I started thinking, how did these old guys that used to not have all the RCBS, they didn't have Dillons, in 1935, how did these guys reload? How the fuck did they reload? Well, I wanted to learn that way, just because of the fact of all this nonsense with the government, which also leads you to learn how to make your own gunpowder. Learn that.
Well, if the shit really, 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 really goes down, you should be, if you survive a wave or two, you should be able to pick up all the guns and ammunition you fucking need.
Yes, it will be laying on the streets. That is very, very true. But I mean, these guys were great for me. He's like, you have these problems and you're not thinking. And he started telling, what I started to realize from him teaching me, he goes, what does a shotgun shoot? I'm like, well, it shoots birdshot, it shoots slugs. And she goes, no. Shotgun shoots whatever the fuck you put in it. That's what a shotgun shoots. Remember that, son. Whatever you put in it. I'm like, and he actually did up a whole round for me with nuts. It had nuts from bolts in it. And I was blown away. He's like, a shotgun will shoot whatever you put in it, son. Remember that. Don't forget that. It's an important thing to know. And I mean, I had a blast. I was up there for like 4 days. These guys I was just blown away, learning how they did it the old way. Everything's done the old way, by hand. And I mean, there's no, and you know what? I have it right here, as a matter of fact. him telling me, well, how many cans of powder you got, boy? I was like, well, I've got like probably 9 different types. He gave me this. He goes, this does rifles, it does pistols, it does shotguns. Now you're done. That's all you need. You don't need anything else. You don't need anything else, son. This is what you need right here. See right here? I do everything. I'm done. Take that with you. Remember, stop the nonsense.
Take it to the bank.
I'm like, I gotta dive into these guys. What the fuck? Show me all this shit. I mean, it is as primitive could be.
That's awesome.
Sometimes the simplicity in things is what makes it really,
Yeah. He's like, yeah, like he said was, you'll know what all the stuff you can't reload without being fancy is. All the new shit. 300 blackouts, 223. No, you can't do that without all the new stuff. But 45s, they've been reloading those since the early 1900s. And they did not have anything we have right now. It was all very simple stuff. 308s, he went through all of them. And he was like, this all the stuff you really are going to need. Boom, you can do it. And you can do it very, very simple, very, very cheap, and very, very easy. Learn that old stuff.
Yeah, it's something I want to get into. I haven't got into it yet with the hand loading and stuff like that, but I would like to do it, make my own bullets and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's something else to watch somebody take. I mean, it's so simple. I mean, you lose your freaking mind. Guy's taking a piece of reed, and he's bending over on the bottom because reed's hollow. He bends it over on the bottom and he just squeezes it and he pours, just empties out a brand new casing in there, and he just cuts it off to where it's exactly full. And he's like, well, there's your dipper right there. Pours it back in. That's your dipper right there. That's what you're going to load the gunpowder in with right there. That's your dipper right there, son. It's really difficult to make. I mean, they're pressing the primers in with a very flat. He scrapes the knife at an angle, and then he holds it directly at a 90 until he gets it nice and flat, and that's what he's pressing the primer in with. A stick.
Well, you can get those Lee little hand loaders.
Yeah.
And do everything you need to do. But bottom line, I mean, really, if you're talking shit hit the fan, you're not carrying fucking reloading equipment and shit with you and powder and bullets and all that.
Nope.
If you survive a onslaught, just pick up ammo off the fucking ground and that's if you fucking survive. And this is from a prepper point of view, looking at it, thinking about this shit for fucking a decade now. A lot of the shit I done, I quit doing and stuff, and it's just like, fuck it. I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna prepare for hard times, but if it comes to an onslaught or marauders or whatever, if I survive that, the last thing I'm worried about is how much fucking ammo I got and stuff like that. Because if I survive it, there's going to be guns, ammo, magazines, everything laying on the ground. If we get to that fucking point, just go pick it up off the fucking ground.
Yeah, the prepper thing kind of got way out of control and out of hand when you started using common sense, and you're like, there's nothing wrong, be prepared. But like, for me, the word prepper was getting ready for winter. That's what we call it in Maine, getting ready for winter. Hard times are about to come, no garden, no nothing, get ready for winter. That to me makes sense and intelligent. But the overdone, like where I've got caches of ammunition and guns over here, is like, what if you get caught in traffic? Now what? You got nothing. You're separated from your ship. I got 15,000 MREs and 95 guns and 4,000 pounds of ammunition all the way over there. I'm fucking here. How are you going to get there? Yeah. Take care of yourself. Be in the present.
Well, and that brings up another thing about not keeping all your caches in one spot. You don't take all your preps and put it at your bug out location. Because what happens if you can't get to your bug out location for an indeterminate amount of time?
having friends and a bug out location isn't necessarily going to be any good, anyways. I hate to burst anyone who thinks I'm stupid's bubble, but it isn't necessarily going to be good. There's been people who have bought houses. They've bought houses for second locations. What if you can't get to your second location though? I mean, I focus more on, like, I have a child with autism, so there is no bugging out for me. It's not possible. I mean, I had said before, there's these questions you have to learn to ask yourself. As something bad happens, you have to already have these thoughts in your mind. Because I don't know, let's say something goes wrong today, and right now where you are is good. Because you're at home, you're with your firearms, you're with your stuff, you're all in locations right now where you feel comfortable. Now, you're not in a location tomorrow. You're on your way to work. Something goes down or whatever. There's all kinds of things that you're forced that are shoved in your face. If you turn around and get back home, you got all these decisions you got to make. I mean, your bug out location is the last thing right now on your mind, unless you've been sitting around every day practicing and all that. You've already signed off grandma. We're not going to deal with grandma.
And that's if you can even make it home.
Right.
You might not be able to make it home. So for me, for example, going to work, on the average day, I'm carrying a revolver. So I have 6 rounds loaded up in my revolver, and I have another 12 rounds as backup. So I got 18 runs. Past that, I'm fucked.
But you learn to think in that present of now. I mean,
but
these wild scenarios of how I'm going to have my car.
How can you walk around with that revolver and feel safe?
Scotsman, I can tell you how you can walk around with that revolver and feel safe because of where you work, motherfucker. You got all the fucking cash you need.
No, it's not just that. I carry a revolver all over the place. It doesn't matter, that I work in a fucking gun shop. It doesn't matter. I carry it wherever I go. 99% of the time, I have a revolver on my hip. And I'm safe because, you know what? If it takes more than 6 rounds, I got a fucking issue.
Well, yeah, that's called a firefight.
Exactly.
And just use those 8 rounds to get to someone that looks friendly. I mean, the scenarios you can do without 10,000 different scenarios of how I've got it figured out or I don't have it figured. I don't know. To me, it's just I live in the now. I make sure I go out, put some time on my firearms, make sure my stuff is clean. I take care of it. I learn things like I want to learn how to reload, teach myself that. So if, like TR says, let's say I do survive, all right, and times get lean, I want to be able to at least have the vision to know what's around me and how to use it. To me, that's an important thing. That's probably the most. If you're a prepper, I think that's the most important thing you can ever do is have that vision of what's around you and how to use it. Yeah. How can I take these things and make them work for me?
I mean, I have redefined my what I think of as being a prepper. I can still consider myself a prepper. I got food, I got water, I got firearms, ammunition, blah 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 blah. But at the same time, the worst case scenario, you're fucked. But if it's just hard times, a really, really hard depression, to the point to where you don't go to work anymore, to the point where it's so fucking bad, I don't go to work because society has broke down. Okay, I can survive a little while. But at the same time, I can't really, take on a fucking gang of fucking motorcycle, whatever, fucking fictional shit you can come up with. I'll kill a bunch of those motherfuckers before they take me down. But, reality is reality. And those little fictional scenarios we come up with our mind, we're not prepared. I mean, all I can do, like I say, it is in a really, really hard depression, I can survive.
Yeah, and that's the best. That's the best you can. That's knowing how to garden. That's knowing, just having the knowledge, knowing how to do some gardening, knowing where to get the seed, knowing that, you know, I mean, little tiny things like I've taught my kids is, you know, when you look at an acorn, there's 3 important things you need to know. Do you know those 3 important things? The minute they go, well, what are those? See, there's the problem. You don't know. First thing is you can't eat them. Second thing is you can't eat them like they are. Third thing is make sure you put them in that water for X amount of time, a brook or whatever, and let that stuff rinse off of it. And now they're edible. Knowing those 3 things, huge, huge. That's that stuff I'm talking about for, in my mind, as a prepper, learning all the little different tiny things. Just learn that. Learn how to take seeds. Learn where to get your seeds for gardening. Learn where to do this. Learn how to do that. I mean,
it goes back to things as simple as if you get stung and you don't know what to do, grab a nettle leaf.
There you go.
Nettle. 99% of people these days don't realize what a nettle leaf will do. It'll take that, it'll draw all that crap out. It'll ease the pain. You won't feel any pain. You know, and it's crazy to me, but most people don't realize the basic things that we learned when we were younger.
And those are the things that are going to get people through. Like, say, like what TR says, because that's more in my mind. What he was talking about is more reality in my mind. Is something goes really bad, society has a hard break, and then all of a sudden we get a depression or whatever, and it's not a normal depression. It's like okay, we're closed depression type thing. All right, nobody even wants to run up against us because we're just too fucking impoverished. Or something like that. Knowing you're going to have a whole, after probably a year, you're going to have a whole new thinning of all the people that get sick that don't have a fucking clue. They're so used to having somebody else take care of them. They can't handle anything simple. Simple, little tiny things that back in the old days killed tens of thousands of people. Using your head, they'll get all wiped out themselves there too. Simple things, bee sting, like you said, Scotsman, knowing how to take care of that. Simple, tiny thing. Knowing how to, you know, knowing about your different, I can't get to a doctor. What can I use? You know, what antibiotics are there? What things are there? Simple, tiny burns and stuff. People don't even understand honey anymore. They don't even know what honey is and what honey can do. I mean,
simple things like bandages. What's an Israeli bandage versus a regular bandage?
You got to learn that stuff. Those little tiny things will make all the difference in your whole world in a bad situation. I'm talking too much.
No, you're good. You're good, man. I wouldn't consider myself a prepper per se, at least on YouTube. I've not put it out that way. But no, I think about these things a lot too. And, you know, I'm prepared to a certain degree. I should probably have more stuff in my arsenal that I don't, but eventually I will.
I'm a believer in, I have as much here as I can take. If I have to go take off and throw it all in the truck, if it doesn't fit in the truck.
Yeah, that's the other thing. What do you take? Who do you bring? Where do you go?
Well, that's one of the decisions. I forget who I was talking to. I was having this conversation a week or so ago, maybe.
That was after one of the shows. It was me, you, and somebody else.
And people forget. They forget those tough decisions. I mean, does anybody here have a grandparent that's still alive? If you do, that's a decision.
It was Alone the Company we were talking about this with.
Yeah, it's
mentioned his son.
Yeah, it's a fucked up decision. You know what I mean? That's a really fucked up decision you got to make. I mean, and then like I said, that's right, it was Chris, because I had said to him, what about when your wife goes, I can't do it. I can't do it. And she wants to just leave. And you're like, there's another decision. That those things are real. Those are the things that really actually happen. And people don't talk about them. They don't plan in their brains. I mean, are you taking grandma with you? If you have to go, are you taking her with you? Or are you going to go, I got to go? It's a very difficult decision that you will make, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, you got to think about those different things. And don't take this the wrong way, anyone that's watching, but is the baggage worth the necessity, or do you need to take the necessity and leave the baggage?
Well, that's why I don't have a wife anymore.
Well, that's what we brought up with Chris. It was like, okay, now what if your son is with his mother? Do you go and get him, or do you just leave them?
What you do is you make sure you got some young, good-looking women as friends, because that is a valuable asset that you could trade pussy for a fucking gun, ammo, medicine. I don't give a fuck what it is.
The shit hits
Motherfuckers will give it up for that.
Oh my word, TR went there.
and this is why we invite TR.
I mean, if you want to be a prepper, I mean, you got to be prepared. If you want to have something tradable, something they value other people, have it.
Oh yeah.
With that, I would like to actually shift gears a little bit here. I do have a little bit of an article that I just wanted to throw out there. See if this screen share here works real quick. All right, so I guess the wonderful Washington Post, is everybody seeing this? Schools shouldn't arm staff because they're full of lady teachers. Alabama lawmaker says.
You're ridiculed for that one.
That's really that's a really bad statement to begin with. But if you notice here, I don't know if this guy's an NRA instructor and this is a teacher, but to me, this looks like a loaded weapon and her fingers on the trigger. What the hell is this guy teaching her, for one? And for two, who in their right mind that's a lawmaker would make a statement like this? That's just absurd.
Wait, you've seen some of the lawmakers, right? That's
you do realize what world we're in right now. You answered your own fucking question. That was a retarded question.
I think Maxim Waters thinks that you judge an IQ by a pea cup. So
I'm in shock. I just realized when you were pointing that out, I could see the copper. I was like, oh my god! I can tell you right now, those are Full Metal Jackets.
In the picture, she's got Full Metal Jackets in, and you can see they're in like a conference room or something. Just like, come on, really. I am all for educating anybody that's an educator that wants to carry, that feels like that they can do that. Let's educate them.
And here's one of the cool things for me, and where I'm at and what I'm doing now, is I've literally had teachers come to me and ask me for the training. They want to carry. They want to do this. Let them fucking do it.
Well, I think
if they feel comfortable doing it, sure.
I think the biggest insult there, is fucking 2018. People are saying, just like Hillary just said the other day in India, that women aren't capable of even making up their own mind, that they have to rely on men. And an article like that says that women cannot only defend themselves, they can't defend anybody else. That they're so inept, they're so fucking weak that they cannot defend themselves and the people around them. Is that not a fucking insult to women, or what?
I will tell you, in my current job, you will see more women coming in every day and shooting versus men. And I kid you not, 99% of them shoot better than fucking men. Why? Because they're there every fucking day. They're practicing every day, and they're taking the time they want to learn.
And that was the best phrase you put right there, is they want to learn. Guys pick something up. They don't look at the goddamn instruction manual. A woman, and this is nothing against women, a woman, she'll buy a gun. I guarantee they go through the safety pack, front to back, every piece of paper that's in there. They read it, and they want to learn. They want to do it right. And they come in and they shoot. Guys are like, well, I got myself a gun. Bang, bang. That's just the way we are.
No, it's true. It seriously, it is. I literally, I spent 3 hours in the range today just doing the RSO thing. And I kid you not, I had to tell multiple guys multiple fucking times to watch their muzzle, where the muzzle's at, watch their target, change their fucking target because they had a target out there that they couldn't fucking see. Change their grip because they're about to blow their fucking thumb off. Do this because you're gonna do this. I kid you not, so many fucking times today. And I had a woman yesterday, for example, who I'm standing there and I'm watching her, and she keeps kind of raising it up, raising the gun up, and then raising her head up, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I walk over and I'm like, is everything all right? I see you're very tense, you know, something's not quite right. She's like, well, I got these new glasses and I have to look through the bottom of it to see the sides. And you guys can all fucking laugh if you want, but I literally went there and I'm like, all right, well, do me a favor. Forget about the fucking rear sides, because your problem is you're trying to get everything in line and you're looking at the rear side. Just use that front side. I shit you not, within 30 seconds of her shooting with the front sight, she was nice. She was relaxed. Her arms came down. She wasn't stretching. She wasn't reaching. And her groups went from this to this because she's willing to learn. She's willing to listen.
Damn bifocals.
Man, on the other hand, as stubborn as we all are, we don't listen to shit.
Now, I consider myself to be an apprentice of life. You know, I went out today and trained and shot with a law enforcement friend of mine, and he showed me some things about the way he does things, and he's correcting my stance and my grip, and I welcome it.
And Daniel's a prime example when it comes to a guy listening to someone else. And I'm not the greatest fucking teacher in the world. I'll never claim to be. But if I see something, I'm going to point it out and say, hey, you know, maybe try this or try that. And I listen to when people say something to me too. And I take the advice and I do what I can. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then I readjust and try something else. But the majority of guys out there are not that way.
Well, some of us are. Some of us take the advice, you know, because we're willing to learn. Not, you know, all men aren't that way. I mean, quite a few that don't want to hear it, no matter what you try to tell them.
Well, one of the guys in our community that doesn't happen to be in the side chat, Hard Target, he's also an NRA instructor. And him and I have actually had the conversation of who's easier to teach, men or women. And he said, by far, women are by far easier to teach than men. They do not have the hangups that men do. They don't have the egos that men do. And they're more eager to learn and listen to what you're telling them and instructing them to do.
And that's the biggest thing, is the ego. I can't tell you how many times I see people come in and, you know, he's bringing in his girlfriend. She's never shot before. He thinks he knows it all. He wants to pick the firearm that she's going to shoot. This, that, the other. Gets out there. She fires one shot. She fucking runs out crying.
Here you go, honey. Here's a 454 Kazoo. This is going to save you no matter what.
Yeah. I kid you not. It's kind of what it's like. It's like, dude, all right, I ask him, what do you have today? And they're like, oh, I got a 45. Well, has she ever shot before? No. All right, dude, you might want to back off on the 45 and give her something a little less and put one fucking round in there and let her shoot it and see what it does. Well, why would I do that? Dude, she's never shot a fucking gun.
Mm-hmm. See, that pisses me off a lot. Is you see YouTube all the time where a guy will take a girl out to the range. I mean, it's like a backyard range. And these guys are assholes. I mean, you know, I've seen the videos where they hand the girl a shotgun. Obviously, it has slugs in it or something. And she's like all tight and she's all scared, and they'll like push up against them to make it, I don't want to say hurt, but yeah, I mean, it's like they're on purpose trying to make them fail.
Well, yeah, it's views. Gotta go for them views.
Yeah, again, it comes down to that ego. They want to look good versus what their woman looks good.
Yeah, they're a disservice to the firearms community, and they should be fucking horsewhipped, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, some of these guys that come into the store, I swear to God, it takes every ounce of me to bite my fucking tongue and not beat the living shit out of them for what they do.
Yeah, but also, what good are you doing? You're turning her off to something that you like.
And you were trying to get her to like it.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. The biggest thing for us as gun guys and gun people is getting more people involved in the gun community. So why the fuck would you take her into a range and give her the biggest caliber you freaking got when she's never shot a gun before?
Well, not only that, even if she's on the fence, like, oh, well, I'm not too sure, I really don't like guns, and you're trying to show her that they're not bad. Yeah, here's a 50 AE. Go ahead, have some fun with it.
Yeah, you start them off with a 22 and work them up. I mean, in one day, you could take somebody that has never shot a gun, and you can take him from a 22 to a 45 ACP or a 357 or whatever, if you work them up to it. You can't start them off with a fucking full-blown 357 or a 50 AE and all that and expect them to fucking like it and enjoy it. If they don't enjoy it, if they don't have confidence in themselves, they're never going to pick it up again. It's just
the biggest caliber I start anyone on is a 9mm. If they want to go to a full-size gun, I give them a full-size 9mm, and I'll start them on that. And I start them with the one round. And I tell them, do it at least 4 times with one round only, because you need to learn how that gun's going to act and how you're going to react to that gun going off. And most of the ones that I've done that with, they're fine. I had one guy come in, for example, I shit you not, never shot a gun in his life. And went through everything, ran his gun, took 100 rounds of 9mm out there with him. The guy was shooting groups tighter than my fist. Never shot a gun in his life, but he listened to everything I told him. Listened to everything I told him about grip, one round only, the whole 9 yards, and tighter than my fist was his groups. The biggest thing is being willing to listen and being willing to help others in the process.
Absolutely.
I love teaching. So for me, the job I'm now in is kind of better for me, because not only can I now explain the things, but I can actually show them, because I not only have the storefront, I now have the range too. So I can actually walk out there and show that person versus just describing it in a store.
Yeah, that's cool. So do you guys rent there?
Yeah. I have 30 handguns and 7 rifles and a shotgun for rent.
Now, I've never ever rented at an indoor range. So I'm just curious. So I'm going to ask questions from a layman here a novice who has no idea. What does it cost to rent a gun? Okay,
so we charge a flat rate. So handguns is $20. You can switch it 3 times. Rifles is $25, and you can switch it 3 times. And then you have to use our ammunition. And the reason you have to use our ammunition is so we know what's going through the gun and what's happening with that firearm itself.
Okay, now my next question. This might be a little tough question, but do you guys upcharge that ammo?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I actually buy ammo that I can sell at a reduced price on purpose just for that reason.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
So, for example, 25 rounds of double-up buck, because you can only shoot double-up buck and slugs in my range, I buy double-up buck, 25-round boxes, and sell them for $10 a piece.
Oh, okay. I just assumed. Now this is just a novice here. I just assumed it was like you got to use our ammo. Okay.
Nope. I am not that way. I'm
No, I
straight
don't
up.
mean you. I don't mean you personally. I meant like the industry having that rule.
I can tell you. I can tell you. I get complaints about other ranges and stores all the time. Where, for example, if you go in to shoot an AR, you have to shoot their ammunition, but you can only shoot one round at a time. You can only load one round at a time. You cannot put a 30-round magazine in your firearm and shoot it in their range. You can load the fucking 100-round magazine in my range. I don't give a shit so long as you make sure you're staying straight and not hitting anything you ain't supposed to hit other than the fucking target.
Now, what size is your range?
75 feet. And I am working on making an outdoor range also.
That'd be cool.
As well as an archery range and some other things. I have a lot of different plans in the works.
So another question.
Right now, I'm working on getting everything straightened up and organized, and I'm about 80% complete to where it's running smooth. So once I get that stuff done, it'll be another 2 to 3 months before we have enough kind of money to start moving on to the next things.
So question on the walls, okay? It always looks like it's concrete to me, but then I always have this dilemma in my brain thinking, if it's concrete, what about ricochets and stuff like that? What is on the surface of the walls? Is there a special coating or something, or is it just concrete?
It's essentially concrete. So if someone hits the wall, it's pretty much going to ricochet off the wall. This is one of the biggest reasons that we have someone in there all the time. So, and one of the biggest reasons that I also went through the training and did the training so that I can be in there if I need to be in there too, is you have to keep an eye on every single person in that range. And we're probably the only range store and range in the area that does it. There's no one else that has one that does the things that we do. And for this specific reason, because people don't pay attention. They're comfortable, they're relaxed, they think they know what they're doing because they've been shooting for years, this, that, the other. They have bad habits, and it takes 1 second, and they point the firearm at the wall, and their finger's still on the trigger. They don't realize they just did that.
How many people do you have? Like, how many booths do you have?
I got 9 lanes in the main range and 3 in the private range.
Okay.
The private range generally is not in use for the most part unless we have something going on. But we have 9 lanes in the main range, and there's always someone in there watching every lane to make sure that everyone's being safe. And sometimes it can get difficult. I've been in there, I've been watching it, and I'm fighting with 2 or 3 different people at the same time with different issues going on. But everyone knows if something happens to the point where they can't handle it on their own, you know, they get on the horn and say, hey, I need someone else in here. We jump in there and we're good to go. I mean, I had a bunch of different issues today. It was insane. Literally, within the first couple hours I was in there and the store was open, I had people that were taking firearms and sweeping other people across when they shouldn't be taken out of the stall. I had people that were shooting their revolver and their thumbs were in front of the freaking cylinder. And you have to jump in there like, dude, don't shoot like that. Nope. You know, I had people that had their thumbs crossed, waiting for slide bite. You name it, man. I saw everything you can see go wrong today go wrong.
Now, I know some ranges, unless you're experienced, they won't even let you in.
We'll let anyone in. If they're new, we walk them through the process. We help them out as we can. And the one thing that we do that most other places won't do also is if I know someone's new and they're going in there, I'm going to walk in and tell the RSO, hey, keep an eye on this lane because this person may not know what the hell they're doing. So now they got a little bit of personal instruction because we're watching them to make sure they're okay.
Ed USAF.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Ed, brother, what's up, man?
Talking indoor ranges. Awesome. It's the second best place to shoot if you don't have a place outside.
I haven't been to an indoor range. That's hilarious. And I've been shooting forever, and I've never been to an indoor range.
You know what's hilarious? I've been there almost 2 months, and I still have not shot in that range yet.
Yeah, it happens.
All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. Y'all got a full panel, and
Well, hey, TR, good to see you.
yeah, you too, Ed, man. Nice talk to you.
Good speaking with you, TR.
TR, always a pleasure, brother, man.
Y'all have a good one, and I'll probably be watching. My phone's blowing up from people at work. Anyway, later, guys.
All right, take
Thanks,
care.
TR.
Well, that's the other thing. The indoor range that I go to, you can't shoot Magnum or rifle rounds in. It's only from 9, 45, 40, 22.
You can shoot up to 30 caliber rifle in my range.
Yeah, we actually have the outdoor part. They got a section designated, basically up to 50 A, 308.
What's your backstop?
So our backstop is actually multiple layers. So we have a layer of rubber on the far end, and then we have multiple plates of AR 500 steel. And then we have the entire front layer, which is another run of rubber. So it's a heavy backstop.
Yeah.
The one that I go to has dirt, steel, and then I don't remember how thick the concrete wall is behind it. But you got at least probably from the concrete wall forward, you probably got about like 10 yards of dirt on an angle.
I was gonna say on ours, it's from the beginning of it to the back side of it, you're probably talking 6 yards of heavy backstop. Fuck it, I might shoot a video and just say, hey, here's the backstop so you guys can actually see it inside the range.
I've always just been curious. I've always been curious. What the hell do you build a backstop out of on an indoor range?
And what I might do too is I may walk in the range and show you the inside of it, and then I'll go around the backside and show you the actual backside of it, where you can see how the backside of it's all set up with the plate and everything else.
Yeah, we did an outdoor range at one of the clubs here in Maine, and we tried to take resources that are around us that no one's using. So we got everybody to do a tire drop off. And I mean, people were just showed up. I mean, people got tires and they're just throwing them out there. And we probably wound up with probably 400 or 500 tires, and we stacked them up, and they were almost 10 feet high. And we had probably, I'd say, 10 rows back. And then those all got filled in with dirt. And then we had six full dump truck fulls behind that, and that one made a really nice backstop.
So
really nice backstop.
We're on 10 acres, so I got lots of room to go outdoors. And the owner has talked about it before, but he's never really got to that point yet. There's lots of things that come to go into an outdoor range. I got to look at various permits from the city and go through, make sure I'm paying all those different ordinances with the city itself, pay all the application fees and all that stuff for that, and then we got to look at building the backstop. Got to look at how far we're going to do it. We got to look at taking down trees because there's a lot of trees back there behind the building. There's a ton of stuff that's going to come into play when it comes to possibly going outside and making an outdoor range as well as the indoor range. I will tell you that in order for the place to succeed the best it can, I really think we need to go outdoors.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The sun's coming out and it's already starting to slow down. And it's not even broke to the point where the snow's gone yet. The snow's still coming. And the sun's out there and it's already slowing down with the sun showing up.
Oh, I see. For me, it's totally different. It's like it's a bright, sunny day. Let's see. Do I want to go to the beach? No. Do I want to go to the lake? No. What do I want to do? Go shoot. I want to go shoot.
Go shoot. Yeah, I belong to my indoor range over in St. Louis, and it, they got an upper level and the lower level. And the lower levels for like you can shoot in there, but it's mainly for training. It has the moving targets and the lights go on and off, and stuff like that. But it's fun, it's especially if you're down there by yourself.
Well, I'll tell you what. One other thing that I'm going to be doing here pretty soon is we're going to be building the shoot house.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do some different classes where we're actually going to teach you the various things you need to know. So if something actually happens, whether say you're at home and someone breaks in, what do? Here's what you do. And stuff like that. We're going to add various different classes. So we're going to build that kind of stuff on the outside of the premises with simunitions instead of actual ammunition. It'll be simunitions and do simunition training.
That'd be cool. Personal defense, home defense, what ifs, situations. Yeah.
All of it. Yep.
Well, they have this one. It's like a training facility. I think it's called the F6, where they do scenarios where you can actually go in for training for, like you said, for like a home invasion. And what they have is the movie screen that interacts with the actual live fire. And basically what it is, it's a giant roll of paper that just keeps circulating. And you're basically shooting a movie screen, and the actors actually act based upon where you hit them. I haven't seen it, but from what my boss actually goes there, and he says it's a phenomenal training facility, because you're actually dealing with almost a live human presence, and they're actually reacting towards where you shoot. But it's one of those places where you got to have some money to be a member there.
I was gonna say that system costs about $10,000.
Yeah, it's a private place, and you're gonna pay nominal to get in.
Scotsman, there's a question out in the side chat. I think it's directed towards you. How do you deal with ventilation indoors?
So I will tell you, the owner spent literally almost $60,000 to make sure our ventilation system is the best in the state. And I shit you not when I say it is the best in the state, because if you walk in there, you can stand there from the minute we open the doors to the minute we close, and I guarantee you will never see an ounce of smoke.
Yeah, it's like the one I belong to. They got some hellacious fans, exhaust fans. It's like, Jesus. Matter of fact,
it's not that loud in there whatsoever. When you're talking fans, it's not that loud. But I kid you not, he spent $60,000 to make sure that you are in there and you are not suffering with all the smoke and any of that.
Well, speaking of an ounce of smoke, I do have one other little article that I'd like to share here. If everybody can see this, Hall of Famer Joe Montana advocates cannabis for pain relief and healing. He says in this article, legalization is picking up steam on the global level, and I feel like now is the time to spread information about the curing capabilities of this plant. As with any medicine, increased accessibility comes with the need for education. Cannabis eased my pain. It also put me at a state of healing and relief. I don't doubt that in any way, shape, or form. So everybody knows now that Joe Montana is a pothead.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that it put him into a state of relief and healing. That doesn't seem illikely to me either.
Big Sky, Montana. Yeah, I was a big fan of his back in the 70s. That was one hell of a quarterback.
Does that automatically disqualify him for being able to purchase a gun?
Yeah, that's a good question.
He's famous, so he's popular and famous, so it might be a whole new set of rules there, you know.
Yeah, especially
for the average person, it would be.
Yeah, if he's still living in Northern California,
well,
they catch word of that.
Actually, that's the same way in Pennsylvania. We just did the medical marijuana thing, and they came right out and said it that if you are somebody who wants to participate in the medical marijuana program, then you are giving up your guns.
Yeah, because they find out if you have the card, you're done.
Yeah, and that is not going to change unless for some reason it changes on the federal level. You're signing a federal document to purchase a weapon. You're answering questions, and you're committing perjury on yourself if you lie on that document, and you can and will be charged with felony.
Here's the part that I don't fucking understand about it. Ask any law enforcement officer how many times you've gone to a call where this is involved and there are shots fired versus going to anything to do with marijuana and shots are fired well, I don't want to say anytime, but I mean, gang related, the seller, the fire, that type of stuff. Yeah. When are they going to make it that, just drinking a couple beers is going to prohibit you? Because I'll tell you what, I know a lot of people that turn into major assholes while drinking alcohol. And I know a lot of people that smoking weed, they don't really turn into assholes. They might get diarrhea of the mouth. They might, it not being argumentative, but I mean, they just talk and talk and talk and talk. But
and they're more than likely to assault a chocolate chip pizza than anything else.
Pizza.
Yeah, they eat you out of house and home.
Yeah. You get a domestic call because someone ate the whole bag of Cheetos.
Dude.
Actually, don't they just get really bummed out if that happens? Like, dude, you ate all the Cheetos. Damn.
I'm cool.
Sitting on the floor in the 7-Eleven crying over a bag of Cheetos.
Probably a lot of 911 calls because they're not giving me the right food at McDonald's. I asked for crunchy tacos. They gave me soft tacos. I've called the cops. 911, what's your emergency? They will not give me my money back. They gave me soft tacos. I asked for crunchy.
So, if you guys want to hear something funny, just type into YouTube. Cop calls 911, thinks he's overdosing on weed. Oh my god.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
He took a little bit.
The funniest part of this is that AllenBePro is laughing when AllenBePro, JanIsGay, loves hard tacos.
Anything hard.
Hard tacos.
I love hard tacos, soft tacos. As long as they can hold my meat, I like tacos.
There you go.
Oh boy.
You never know what he's gonna say.
Yeah, he went there.
And we're still live. And now they got 4 people watching.
All right. All right, guys. We're about halfway through. And I promised you if you stuck around, there'll be something pretty special. So, with that being said,
I'm getting naked.
Shut up. I
See you later, guys.
I gotta go.
Yeah, I'm out on that one too.
Y'all suck balls. Hold on, that's Janice.
Wait a minute. Now, hold on. He's getting naked. You're wanting to say, what the hell's going on here?
All right. John Solo, shut up. All right, guys. We have a C-Max giveaway that the person did not claim the prize. It has been over 2 weeks. So guess what? we are going to do a drawing for that giveaway for that particular prize. And I'm going to turn it over to AllenBePro, JanIsGay, who will tell you what that prize is. And then our good friend Insight Freedom is going to pick a number, and that number will be the winner.
Okay, so what it was the individual that won the 2 half silhouette AR 500 hard targets from Hard Target.
Wow.
And also the oh geez, I have it right here in my hand. The
Right here.
Tort. Go ahead, Insight. Show her off.
There we go. The Taurus PT11G2 and holster.
They did not claim this?
All right.
So
No one
the person
claimed
that won this did not claim.
This has been up for almost 2 weeks, and no one has claimed it.
I claim it.
Who was the original winner?
The original winner was a John McLaren.
Oh, that's my
that's
old
right,
YouTube channel. Oh, darn, that's my
Son of
old
a
YouTube
bitch.
channel. Yeah, sorry about that.
Well, John Sully, you're shit out of luck.
Yep, you didn't claim it, so we're redrawing it. We're redrawing it.
So here we go, guys. I'm gonna let AllenBePro, JanIsGay, say what the numbers are between 1 and whatever, and then Insight Freedom is just gonna randomly pick a number. He's not gonna use any fucking system. He's just gonna say a number top of his head, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the winner. So whether you like it or not, this is as fair as it gets. And if you don't like it, you know what you can all do. There's the door.
Eat a bowl.
All right. So with that being said, JanIsGay.
So John McLaren, you're going to have to eat a bowl of dicks because you did not decide to claim the prize. The numbers, pick a number between 1 and 743.
369.
369. Okay, I'm going to go to screen share here. And I do have a list that I generated. All right. Well, it was 734. Sorry. All right. So 369. And I'm going through the list here, getting a little closer. Oh, where'd it go? All right. So 369 is going to have to be a redraw because the person that donated this, Mr. Pharmageddon, I do not believe wish to actually be in the drawing.
Okay, so
1 and 734.
All right, so we're gonna do this. I'm gonna take it away from Insight, and it's no offense to you, brother. I'm gonna take it away from you since you already picked a number.
Got it.
Add USAF. Pick a number.
Oh man. Let's go with 499.
All right, 499 is the new number, and 499 is 499 is Miss Robin Jones.
Oh, wow.
Robin! Woohoo!
Robin Jones.
499 is Miss Robin Jones. I know Robin was out there in the chat. I hope she's still there. I hope that Miss Robin is still in the chat.
Congratulations, Robin. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Great job.
congrats.
Robin is semi-low. Yep, she is still there. Well, congratulations, Robin Jones. You got yourself a brand new pistol and some hard target steel.
which you can share with.
Excellent.
Absolutely awesome. And the biggest thing there is, guys, just to throw it out there one more time. C-Max. Biggest thing there is we've all been helping C-Max. You guys know he's still fighting the battle. He's got more tests coming. He's looking at doing a possible treatment. I haven't heard from him this week. I intend to text him tomorrow and find out if he's heard any news yet. But I can tell you the costs are still going to keep on coming. So there may be something else in the mix. I have not solidified anything as yet, but you know me, I'm fucking crazy. And Mr. New York half-ass prepper who won my Beretta 92 Brigadier has already said he will throw something into the pot if I start something else. And
Awesome.
I am a crazy son of a bitch, so you know I will.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I just finished the new prototypes for the turkey pots. So I'm just getting ready to start those. So you can put this in the hat. If somebody wants whatever you're going to do, whatever your deal is going to do, I will make somebody a custom turkey pot, like a one of a kind. So all the hunters out there.
Awesome.
Tom, I always get his last name wrong. I can never say it right.
Olafson.
Olfson. Okay, Tom Olson.
Olafson.
Olafson. Yeah, see, I sound like Joey with a mouthful of marbles.
Yeah, just remember to ask him what he wants.
Yeah, ask him. Right, yeah. He just got his call. He liked it a lot. His dad apparently is a duck hunter. He's going to take it down there and let him play with it for a bit.
I see some of the comments in the side chat. I'm not writing back, but I do see the comments. SoCal, I got your message, brother. Thank you. Mario fucking Mills and Battle Bean. Love you, brother.
What
Mario!
up, Mario?
Mr. Cinco de Mayo.
That's right.
Big Al, more than likely, no, it will probably not be the Beretta since he just got the Beretta. I'm
And if
pretty
I
sure
got that Beretta, I wouldn't have given it up either, man.
I'm pretty sure he will give up something pretty badass because I know New York half-ass prepper. I've met the man, and I've had the pleasure of talking to him. And he's a collector just as I am. I'm pretty sure he will throw something into the pot that's pretty cool.
Yep.
He's a good person too.
I'll have to get in on that. I know that.
But I'm gonna wait probably at least another week, 2 weeks or so before I announce what's coming up. But I can tell you, C-Max has got a lot more bills coming. I want to kind of figure out what he's doing, where he's going, what the treatments are going to be, kind of where the costs are at, before I announce anything else. But there will be something else coming. I just don't know what yet for sure, but there will be something.
Cool.
Awesome.
I'll do a video of making the turkey pot from scratch. That way people can see that. I'll put the hashtag for C-Max in there so they can actually see one of the things being made.
That's awesome. That call that you did that went to Tom. I watched that entire thing. I absolutely watched that entire. That was awesome. That was phenomenal stuff, man.
Good time.
It's addicting, isn't it, Alan?
Oh, it really is. It really is.
Just watching them, do it and stuff is like, boy, I wish I could do that stuff.
Oh, you could, Ed. You could.
I don't have all the equipment.
Yeah, the equipment's expensive.
Yeah.
Now, I do have to give a couple of people in the chat. I do have a bone to pick with a couple of people in the chat. A number of weeks ago, there was a couple individuals that entered into a battle of the beards, and the judging of that battle of the beards was taken away from me and given to one Joey Cousin Crazy Scotsman. And we have yet to see anything about that battle of the beards.
I will tell you this, and I've been meaning to text Joey. I just fucking haven't got to it. I'm sorry, guys. I work a fucking shit ton. Deal with it. Fucking suck it up. You don't like it, go fuck yourself, whatever. While I got Joey on here, Joey, we need to get together and figure out time to do a live stream. And we're going to do the Battle of the Beards live.
You know what you're doing right now? A live stream.
Well, you know, we are, but we're not going to do it here. We're going to do it at a separate time. We're not going to do it here. But we will do the Battle of the Beards live.
Just a refresher, who was it?
Modern Mountain Man and
Phil M. Rivers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you that Phil M. Rivers sent me a message earlier today because he knew this chat was coming up and apologized that he couldn't be here. And he probably won't be here for at least another week or two. He's got some stuff going on at home. But I think within the next week to 2 weeks, we need to figure out a time to do this live stream and do the Battle of the Beards live.
Well, that's why I decided to wait until we were live to, you know, poke the bear.
Poke it in the eye.
So, Joey, what is usually a good night for you to get on a live stream?
Joey, he asked you a question.
Yeah, I know he asked.
Joey, I asked you a question.
You motherfucker.
Motherfuckers. We both said it, Big One.
I don't give a shit. I mean, what am I not doing anything? Basically, almost any night.
Oh, wait, that's right. Joey doesn't have a life. I'm sorry about that, guys. Please. I'm sorry. I forgot Joey doesn't have a life.
Oh, don't do it in the evening between Monday through Friday. Do it on a weekend.
We'll definitely do it one of those days.
Yeah, because I'm at work from 3 to 11, so I miss all the cool stuff during the week.
Whatever night works for you, it doesn't matter.
All right. Well, we'll get together this week between you and me and fucking JanIsGay. We'll figure it out.
Chat every Sunday. Why don't you just do it on a Sunday?
I don't want to do it on a Sunday chat.
Why?
That's not what this chat is for.
But it could be a segment. It could be a segment before the chat begins.
Oh, you use it as the middle of the groundbreaker.
You have the Battle of the Beards. How long is it going to be?
All right. So, all right. Hold on. All right. John Solar 283, you make a valid point. So here's what we'll do. Next Sunday, we will start the show early. We will start the show at about 8:30. And it will be the pre roundtable show. And it'll be Battle of the Beards.
Yeah, because at the beginning, you got to talk about each guy, the beard, what they used to, trim it, what was the inspiration for the beard, and that takes some time.
Can you play something loaded when you begin that?
If you send it to me.
Yeah, I'll send me an email. Tell me both the guys' channels. I'll build you a really badass promo for it. So not a promo, but I mean a startup. So when you start it, you can have your Battle of the Beards.
All right.
Battle of the Beards. Phil M. Rivers versus
guys. Heard it live. It'll start 8:30 next Sunday. 8:30. We will be going live with Battle of the Beards.
I like it.
Beautimous. So the random question that was thrown around quite a bit on Rich 1911's channel, unfortunately I wasn't able to be there, was does anybody have any new guns right now? Now, Blue, we've seen the project you've been working on. And that dog's turning out, so I'm going to exclude you out of this. Insight, you got anything new recently?
I'm building another on my screen, but nothing in hand.
What was that, Blue? You have another project in the wings?
There might be, if the wife is watching. No, there's not, but there might be a pistol kit coming.
A full semi-auto pistol.
Yeah, figured why not.
Now, just speculating, if you were to build a pistol, how long of a barrel are you thinking are?
I'm pretty sure it's a 10.5.
Only pretty sure?
No, pretty well, because I may or may not have actually done this, so I have to speculate. It would be a 10.5.
Not to speculate, but Blue's already built a pistol, and the videos will be coming soon.
No, actually, no, nothing's here yet.
All right, it's on the way. Videos to come soon.
Unless the wife is watching, then there's no pistol involved. It's all just hypothetical.
Yes. And between your guys' chat and TR's chat, I got to call you all assholes, because it's like I'm sitting here, I'm having a great conversation with you guys, and somebody out in the external chat always is like, holy crap, did you see Palmetto State Arms has these the Anderson lower on sale for $29.99? It's like, fuck.
Oh, doesn't that piss you off?
I will tell you, Blue, I am the #1 person that will cost you fucking money.
Yeah.
If you have my cell phone number, I will cost you money.
No, I actually like it better when someone mentions it, then you go to the site and they're sold out.
Yes.
I can vouch for him on that. He has cost me a lot of money.
That's a given right there.
I'm not a cheap date. JanIsGay is.
You don't put out either.
You're not a cheap conversation. I've just showed up and had a talk with you and ended up spending $100.
I know, but if you want to spend more money, JanIsGay is over there.
Yeah, you'll just have more fun though.
That's debatable, but sure.
So, Joey, you got anything new coming up on weapons, huh?
I might have a thing or two on layaway. Just had a little home expense I had to take care of, so that got pushed back a little bit. So hopefully within the next month or two, I might have it.
Yeah, I've been jonesing a 10mm, and I'm not exactly sure why. Damn it, Ed. Anyway, I've been jonesing a 10mm. And yeah, I recently got hit with some auto expenses and a bunch of other things, and I'm gonna have to push that onto the back burner myself, unfortunately.
Yeah, apparently the wife wants heat in the house, so I had to get it fixed.
Yeah, that always helps.
Yeah, I will actually do something that I'm not renowned for doing, but I'm actually gonna give Joey Cuz a shout out and a thank you. Joey Cuz was nice enough to answer my questions regarding computers when I had some questions on computers, and I ended up ordering a new desktop, which should be here probably within the week. But Joey Cuz was nice enough to answer my questions, and didn't save me any money, but answered my questions. So thank you, Joey Cuz.
You should have built one on your own. It's more fun.
So what,
for what you were saying it was going to build, for me to cost to build, I pretty much bought everything I'm going to need and more. And
what'd you go with?
Fuck, what the hell was the name of it? Hold on. Let me pull it up on my phone and I'll see if
it's a beastly gaming computer, and so it should be able to run like video editing software. So we might be able to see videos from the Scotsman that aren't just like on his carpet.
Yeah, the only thing I told him was because of the whole Bitcoin crypto mining, the prices of graphics cards and system memory went through the roof. I mean, I don't know.
They did, and that's why I was looking at the things I was looking at, and
Dude, I bought 16 what's it called, megabytes of RAM, sorry, gigabytes of RAM last year for $125. It's almost $120 more than what I paid for it now.
yeah,
It practically doubled in price.
Well, I got a friend at work that's I've got him kind of looking at building me a computer, mainly for stuff like this, you know, and videos, and you know, I mean, it'll work with everything else.
First.
So what I ended up going with was I ended up buying a.
Joey, shut the fuck up! I've got Charter now, Spectrum.
All right, shut the fuck up! I'm talking here. What the fuck?
Yeah.
God damn it, Pat! Shut up. That's probably the first and the last time you'll ever hear me tell Ed to shut up. But Ed, shut up.
I won't listen to you anyway. So.
But I went with a CyberPower PC. I went with the Ryzen 5, 8 gig, 2 terabyte hard drive. It's 3.5 gigahertz. So that should do just about everything I need and then some.
Does it say what kind of video card's in it, or is it like one of the ones that have the incorporated?
That was the Ryzen 5.
Okay.
Which is, from all my research, is one of the better ones on the market. And
I got a 960.
Less than $1,000. So based off of what you were telling me, Joey, that's kind of why I went with that, because you were talking about 1,000 or so roughly to build my own.
Yeah, you could, like what you got. It's good. It'll be good for video editing, as long as you're not going to be doing like a lot of like what John does with his promos, with a lot of the graphics and shit like that. I mean, that takes up a lot.
No, I mean, the only things I'm going to be doing are videos and live streams. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but like what I told you, I think I bought everything within the course of 5 months, but I waited for everything to go on sale because I was in no rush to do mine, and I saved myself about like $600-700.
Well, isn't it true, Joey? With you know, you can have a really fast computer, you can get things done, but when it comes to uploading a video or something like that to, you know, say YouTube, it depends on what the upload speed is too.
Yeah, it's your internet provider.
Yeah.
Only thing that's good is how fast you can render a video, how fast you know, how many programs you can have open. Like I said, the stuff that John has on his promos with the video editing and the graphics and shit like that, you need a lot of power for that stuff. But your basic upload and download just determines all on your internet service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 20. I have 25 to load, so up, and then I have 52 down. But I run twin 960s. So that's my graphics cards.
Yeah, John fires up his machine and half the city block goes dark.
Also, too, if you listen carefully, sometimes you hear John's airplane / computer revving up in the background.
And it's too small. We're getting ready to switch over to the, like right there. You can hear it going on right there. We're getting ready to switch over to the new one. The new one that's going to be going in.
Oh, the new CPU fan.
Yeah.
Will it help us get into the
people look at this
chat
and go,
room and the
what
radio show?
The fuck is that? That's the CPU sits right here, and this is the fan for it. That's just the fan that sits on top of the CPU. That's the new one.
That's a massive fucking unit.
Liquid cool system?
Huh?
Do you have a liquid cooled system in the computer?
No, I'm still getting over my mentality on that.
Yeah.
It'll take me a little while before I can believe that sticking liquid in an electronics is the right thing to do.
So are you guys building Skynet or what the hell?
No, I got into the graphic stuff. All right. And then I got okay at it. And then I bought into another system, then another system, another system. And then I started doing stuff with another company where they're actually like, hey, listen, we'll give you the software for free. As you build something or you come across something cool, it becomes ours. It becomes a template. You send it to us, that's a template. So that's one of the things I do. That's how I get to keep this really super expensive, awesome software. I have the same software some of the media companies use. So that's why I get to do some of these really cool things. Like that $4.99 you saw spinning while he was drawing, that was part of that program. I can just go in, take one of my pre-done templates, drop it in there, and then boom, it's all in 3-dimension and everything. I use them for all my radio show promos for Ebomi and his wife and Hornet Fixer. Takes a lot of graphics though. It has a lot of graphics. Silence. We're all looking at each other. Joey, say something funny.
My mama.
Hey, yeah, that is funny.
Oh, come on. Mama's all right.
Me, Catton. Okay. Have a nice day.
The only thing I have water cooled in mine is the CPU, is the radiator for the CPU.
Whoa,
Does it actually use water or some other chemical?
Back up. What is water cooled?
The radinator.
The radiator.
The radiator?
No, radiator.
Listen, when you spell it, it's R-A-D, not R-A-I-D.
Joey, let me ask you a question. What the fuck is that?
A radiator. It's that thing that cools your car. It's in front of your car with the big fan that spins, so that when the water goes through it, from the the water from the engine, it cools it down. A radiator. Or you have it in your house.
A radiator.
Okay, number one, whenever you have heat in front of you, a source of heat in front of you, and you are standing here, it is not radiating onto you. It's radiating onto you. All right? It is a radiator.
Right.
Radiator.
Not raid.
I think a radiator is when you take a weed eater and attach rats to it.
Yeah.
That's a radiator.
Hold on. Hold on. Isn't that Joey's mom?
Again, here we go.
Oh, so guys, as far as the coolant that you would use for your CPU or whatever, is it actually water or is this a chemical that they use?
No, it's not actually water. It's a certain solution. I don't know what's in mine. It's a sealed unit, so I don't have to change it or anything. But they have a whole shit ton of different like water-based like additives that get put in, so you can change the color and all this other shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta change the radiator fluid in my computer.
Dude, you gotta work on your mic, man. Your mic is fucked up.
I'm pretty sure that what you guys are talking about with the computer cooling system is mimetic polyalloy. That is exactly what the T-800 was made out of in Total Recall, or not Total Recall, the Terminator.
The T-1000.
Yes.
Whatever that was, I want it because it sounds cool.
Hey, if it sounds cool,
I would love to have a handgun made out of that stuff, because you could just completely mold it to whatever you wanted it to be at the time.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Probably shoot around corners too.
Mm-hmm.
Or empty a 30 round clip in like half a second.
No, did he just say
that ghost gun?
He's in the timeout box for like 2 minutes. He just said clip.
Well, I know. I said it on purpose.
Yeah, it's clip a scene.
It's a quote. It's a 30 round clip that's unloaded in a half a second. Don't you remember that guy?
30
ghost gun, baby.
Wait, 30 caliber magazine clip.
Hold on. I'm busy bringing my ghost gun up.
Yeah.
And that's 30 caliber magazine clip.
That's right. And in certain
100
instances,
rounds in that 30 magazine clip.
in certain instances, there's a piece inside that you can push. All right. If you look real close, you can open it up, and there's when you release the magazine, there's a piece in here you can push. Hear that? Now it's full semi-auto.
Oh
my God.
Forget that.
And for anybody that doesn't know, ghost guns do exist. Joey builds them.
That's right.
Damn straight.
If you want a full auto, take that apart. There's this little spring in there that kind of goes around the barrel and shit. Take that spring completely out, and then the slide just goes free, full auto, baby.
Yeah, if you break it down enough and you rack it back and then you hit that slide release, don't worry about it. Just point it forward and just freedom on, baby. Freedom on.
Slide, boom slide, boom slide.
A million rounds per second.
That's right. That's it. Yeah, you laugh with some of those guys. You're like, you know what? I'll make you a deal. What? I'll concede. I'm wrong, and I'm a fucking idiot. I will concede it all to you. Do me one simple favor. What? Count to half of 1,000 in 1 second. Half a second. Just count. Like, yeah, it's like, dude, as fast as you can pull, nobody can pull their fucking finger that fast. You're such a fucking moron. You're such a fucking idiot. Drives me nuts.
I like the woman that was talking about they could ban magazines because eventually we would use all the magazines up and there wouldn't be any more.
Yeah, these magazines, the ammunition, when you shoot all of the bullets that are in them, there will be no more bullets. Then the magazines won't be able to be used. Are you that fucking dumb?
But what's amazing is that they're really
Joey,
this fucking stupid.
Hold on, I'm sorry, John. I don't mean to interrupt you, but Joey, that was the dumbest fucking statement you ever said.
It wasn't me. That's what she said.
Because yes, they are that fucking dumb.
I think what he's saying to you, Joey, is we asked if they're that stupid.
They are
that was the comment that he was referring to.
Precisely. Thank you, John.
You
motherfucker. So just make sure you get those paintings fixed this week so that we don't have to worry about that next week, all right?
Listen, we came to the conclusion that the one picture was a little bit bigger than the other. That's why they're uneven. They're level at the top, but just on the bottom.
Let's just go laser.
Put it this way, Scotsman, you're going to miss me when I'm gone.
No one's going to fucking miss you.
Oh.
Yeah, you say that now.
Who
will you tell to shut the fuck up if I'm not here?
You shut the fuck up. I'm talking.
Exactly. Hey, exactly.
You're right. You're on my fucking channel. You shut the fuck up. Hey, they will miss. They will miss fucking JanIsGay before they'll miss you, bitch.
Oh, you're gonna put another open competition out. Who are you gonna miss?
Robin Jones says, "I'll miss you, Joey."
See, exactly. I got fans. Thank you, Robin.
Yeah, for some reason, Joey has the favor of many females, and I think that's simply because he acts so much like them. But it might be that he thinks like them.
It's called safe. Nothing's gonna happen. We're with Joey. Come on.
Yes, I've been put in the friend zone already. Thank you.
We're going with Joey. Never mind. Go ahead. Forget it. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ask. No, you go with Joey. Go ahead. No, spend the night. What the hell? Who cares?
Jeez.
Yes, they love it when I ask them questions.
Yeah.
Especially about them radiators, right?
Yeah.
They want to know how a radiator works. Yeah. You put
Let me ask you about your radiator.
Put a little antifreeze in that thing.
Yeah.
What are you partaking of there, Ed?
Me? Was it Fulton Street from Goose Island?
Goose Island is good. Can't go
Matter
wrong.
of fact, I have to go get one.
Loose the goose.
Yeah,
Well,
I gotta go grab
just
me
for
another
you,
bottle.
Scotsman, I just polished that off.
Oh my God.
PBR.
I was about to say I will leave John Stoller in charge, but
Not after that one.
with that image, Blue 823, you're in charge. I will be right back.
Wise move.
Oh my!
Did somebody put up a PBR or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, that stuff is actually making a comeback. It's like the younger kids, for whatever reason,
Never left.
are always getting them with.
Although I don't allow the 40s. The 40s have a stigma for me, so I'm not.
When I was in college, PBR was good because it was cheap. That's the only reason why we drank it, because we had shit for money and it was cheap.
Whatever happened to, like, I mean, back in the college days, the big 40s of OE, Hurricane, you
Colt 45,
two or three of them, and it's like you are past.
Why would you drink the Hurricane? That Hurricane crap? What the? Who drinks that shit? That is like
college kids.
That is just not even beer.
When you're on a limited budget in college, you drink whatever you can get.
See, now, when I was young, many, like when Ed, I don't think you're that much older than I am, are you?
60.
You're 5 years older than me. Okay. So back when Ed and I were young, okay, we had Mogan David over ice. You guys probably know it as Mad Dog 2020. There you go, Ed.
Yeah.
That was the reaction I wanted. That's what I wanted. Mogan David.
John.
Yeah.
I'm 55. I never drank Mogan David on ice. Never.
You never did? Where are you from? I mean, come on.
You gotta go down and pick yourself up some, because that's an experience that every man should have.
Yeah, that was back in the days of. Well, you remember then? Boone's Farm was making a big thing back then.
Oh, yeah,
just based on Ed's reaction, I'm not going to be missing much.
Oh, dude, it's to the point. It is to the point.
You had Boone's Farm and the Mad Dog 2020. Yep, somebody just put it out there. Mad Dog 2020.
The MD 2020. The MD 2020 was for me. The Boone's Farm was for the chicks. If I didn't get the Mad Dog 2020s, it was 40s of Mickey's.
Mickey's Big Mouth. Yes. Love Mickey's.
Old English, Mickey's.
Old English never had anything for me. I like the Mickey's Big Mouth and the little wide mouth barrel. That was it, man. Right? And do you remember some? Now there's a few of them that are gone now that were popular back then, but they're gone. Like Little Kings.
Yeah.
Remember Little Kings? Okay, Little Kings was a real popular one back then. We had was it Stroh's? Yeah, Stroh's. Remember Stroh's?
Let me ask you guys this, and this was my grandmother was a raging alcoholic, and I mean, God, this was decades ago. She's been long dead. Do you guys remember anything called Schlitz?
Oh my God!
Are you kidding me? The bowl?
That's with the pull tab.
Of course, you know the bowl. Oh, listen to that. We stole that from our grandparents and our parents.
Right? Yeah, Schlitz, Falstaff. Sorry, John, PBR.
Yeah,
that was all good stuff.
The commercials were always this bull that would just go ripping through stuff and tear it apart. You were going to have a beer, and when you cracked the beer in your living room, then all of a sudden a bull just came ripping through your house, and they would just tear the house apart. Schlitz malt liquor bull.
Oof.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I never quite understood the advertising behind that as a young lad, because I'm not nearly as old as some of you fuckers that have seen the Plans for Earth. But I never understood those commercials. I mean, I'm going to open a beer and all of a sudden my entire house is going to get fucked up.
Yeah. And that was those were the beers that were for that. I'm going to do this weekend.
You live above a bar. and you don't have a house. Second off, your place is pretty fucked up already. And third off, I mean, shit, look behind you.
I mean, think about it. If you cracked a beer right now, and a bull came through there, you'd be excited as hell. Shoot the motherfucker. You got dinner for the next fucking year.
Yeah,
hold on. Be careful what you say, John.
When you skin the fucker,
You just told JanIsGay that a bull's going to come through his apartment.
All right.
Just as long as a silver bullet doesn't go through there.
After you have 20 of those, you'll think one came through your apartment. You'll shoot something, and you'll have lunch for a while.
Oh, God.
I told you all it was a free-for-all at the beginning. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but fuck y'all.
Yeah, I'm irresponsible tonight. Sorry.
What about
Robin Jones?
John, you remember the...
Robin Jones is crapping on PBR.
Yeah.
Yes!
Why is Robin Jones crapping on PBR? Now that's strike 2, okay? She likes Joey is strike 1.
Hold on. Robin
hates PBR is strike 2.
Robin Jones,
Robin Jones likes
giveaway. You won a giveaway. You shouldn't be talking shit about anybody right now. You should just keep
she likes hams. She likes hams.
There you go.
That's okay. I'm all right with hams. Yeah, hams is okay.
Yeah, we used to get that, and Oli beer from Washington State.
Yeah, Oli. Wasn't Hams the bear? It was a bear, right?
Yeah, Hams.
Hams was the bear. Yeah.
Was that a Wisconsin?
I think it is.
Yeah, I think it was. I'm not sure.
Those Minneapolis.
But we used to get that overseas all the time. Hams, Oli. It was a treat when some of the crews coming back from the States brought Coors. Everybody would mob them.
Which is a waste of time.
God, yeah, that was the big thing growing up. Like, couldn't get Coors east of the Mississippi.
Yeah, I remember that.
Coors is just a waste of time. I remember that was one of the great things when we moved to Topeka was the good beers that I liked, which was the PBRs, the Colt 45s, the Mickey Big Mouths. Those were all there. But boy, those guys liked their Coors. I was always like, man, people come over, they bring you a couple of 6-packs. You're like, no, you can just keep that. Yeah, I know. I'm not drinking that crap. Never was a fan of Coors. Never. Yes, and Land Run 89. I remember that. I believe, if I'm correct, it was in the mid 80s. They had a beer that said it was a white label and it had black lettering. It said beer. This beer is suitable for drinking and will vary in taste, consistency, and texture. Yeah, it was called Generic, if I remember correctly. It was called Generic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had all kinds of stuff. I remember it was like $2.50 a 6-pack. Because I was that crazy guy. $10 a case, I'm there.
What was it? Late 70s with the Billy beer for
Billy
Carter.
That tasted like shit.
My dad still has a can of Billy beer.
I've got a 6-pack somewhere.
And you know what it's worth? Nothing. 15 years from now, it'll still be worth nothing.
Gotcha.
Talking about generic beers, I used to go to this club out in Chico, California when I lived in Northern California. And Chico, California is a big college music town. And in this club, they had a number of different beers on tap, but all the way down at the end of the bar was one handle all by itself. And you looked on the handle and it was a yellow sticker that just said beer. And this was all the beer that the college kids were drinking. And my buddy and I one night were in there shooting pool and we're like, what the hell? You know, that stuff must be halfway decent. All the college kids are drinking it. It's cheap as fuck. They wanted like $2 a fucking pitcher for it. And so we got ourselves a pitcher of that. One of the nastiest things, and I asked the bartender, I said, what the hell is this? He goes, oh, it's all the bottom of every single one of the kegs that we go through. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Oh,
And he's like, no, these college kids drink this shit up like it's going out of style. It's all the stuff that we would normally send back.
You remember when you were in school? I mean, and you had those, like, I assume Hurricane and those are like the same exact thing where you just, I know more, Mad Dog was like that. First glass was hard. It was hard to get down. But once you got through the half of that glass, it wasn't so bad anymore. The second one went down just absolutely fantastic. And you finished both bottles and you were happy as hell. That's
what I call the poison of any bottle. Once you get down past the neck, that's the poison. The rest of it's good shit.
Yeah.
It's just that taste buds are so used to tasting shit, it doesn't matter at that point.
Well, I couldn't even drink it unless it was in a glass filled with crushed ice. I would just, it had to be packed, so it was like freezing, and then it would just go, whoop, couple big gulps, and now fourth gulp wasn't so bad. By the time that glass is gone, yeah, I could do another one. What the hell?
Yeah.
all right,
Well,
kids.
hell,
I gotta jump out of here
it's
real
just like-
quick. So you guys have a good night, and I'll catch you the next round around.
All right, Blue.
See you later, Blue.
All right, good night.
Take it
Thanks
easy,
for
Take
brother.
care.
coming, Blue. Always great.
Hey, thanks for the invite. We'll catch you next time.
Okay.
I'm going to get another drink, so Scotsman, you're in charge. I figured you were going to tell me to go fuck myself.
I'm in charge of my own fucking chat. Woo, baby.
Hey, John.
Don't squander it.
Well, he's already. No, I was going to tell him. I think John can remember when, and this is how society has changed over the decades. Back in the 70s, you know, mid 70s, early 80s, when I was in the Air Force, we had to go to different training schools, you know, that kind of shit, when we were starting our careers, and all the day rooms had beer machines in them. And you could be a 18-year-old. I was when I first came in, I was just 17 going on 18, and I'd go in the day room, watch a little TV, and, you know, just flip coins right in that machine and get me a beer, you know, whatever they had. Could be Schlitz, you know, Bud, that kind of shit.
And that brings up an excellent thing right there. So
Yeah, and
we
now
were talking earlier about the age limits and stuff with guns, this, that, the other.
Mhm.
Back in the day, you could literally go and fucking flip a coin and get a beer.
Yeah.
What the fuck have we come to? What the fuck have we come to?
And, you know, and the
Such
thing
a
is,
short amount of time.
right. And the thing is back then, you know, I don't know how other people feel, but, you know, when I was that age, I was like, man, this is great. You know, I got freedom, you know, don't have to sit there with mom and dad or whatever, and don't have to do this, don't have to do that, you know, starting my own life. And nowadays it's like, they're still telling us, not mom and dad, but, you know, the government's still telling our young people what you can do and what you can't do. Bullshit. So that's my little bit of a.
I will give you guys a prime example, and this literally cracked me up at the same time as almost made me cry. And dude, you guys all know I'm Scottish. We don't fucking cry. But I shit you not. I literally had a kid come into the store the other day. He's probably about 7 years old. And we have a waiver you have to fill out to be on the range. And obviously, with him being, you know, under 18, he has to have a parent to sign on the waiver also. But I asked the kid, I'm like, hey, you didn't sign here. I need you to sign, and I need you to do it in cursive. The kid stops and goes, and this is the best part. The kid literally turns around and goes, they don't teach that in schools anymore.
Cursive writing, yeah. My son will not
He's
learn it.
fucking 7 years old and turns around and tells me, a 7-year-old, that they don't fucking teach that in schools anymore.
Yeah, I just found that out about a month ago.
Yeah.
Now, I've known this for a long time, but the fact that it came out of a 7-year-old's mouth, that's a fucking problem.
It's a big time problem. Damn.
Yeah, they should at least wait till 8, right?
Shit, his grandpa almost shit a brick when he said he couldn't write cursive. To the point where I was almost ready to tell the grandpa he needs to get the fuck out of my store. He got so pissed at the kid that he couldn't write cursive. I kid you not. It was like, whoa, 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 dude, chill out, slow your roll, breathe, take a minute.
Here is not the place. And
Yeah.
some of the city board members of your school is.
Yeah, he was pretty pissed. And I'm like, dude, just take a minute, chill out. Seriously. Like, this is not the fucking place.
Yeah.
Go
we
home.
Had that discussion. We had that discussion at our school board.
Go home, talk to the fucking parents, talk to the fucking school board. Don't do it here.
Robin has a valid point. They don't have to write in schools anymore. They have iPads.
Nope. Yep.
And if you deal with some of these 16, 17, 21-year-olds these days, like I do, man, these kids can't even print anyway. I was printing better in the second grade than what they're doing at 19 years old. The shit that they're writing is hardly even legible, if it is legible. Even just numbers, just writing their numbers. I'm like, okay, I don't know what the fuck this is, man. You got to tell me what that says. And
so we have two good points on the side chat. Number one, the real cupboard burnout. And brother man, good to see you. I know we haven't talked much on lately, but good to see you. Appreciate you, brother. Cursive is our new secret language. Yes and no, because it's always been the secret language because no one fucking uses it anymore. And then we also have Southern Style 357. The Constitution was written in cursive, was it not? Hence why no one fucking understands it because it was written in fucking cursive.
Yeah, luckily today's youth can pick up a copy of the Constitution and read it in print, but they won't because it's not on their iPad.
Oh, and it's outdated too, right? That was written back in the
only the second one's outdated. Everything else is fine.
Declaration.
And the first one is perfectly fine unless you disagree with them.
Yeah, if it doesn't say that the government's going to pay for my college, then I don't want to read it.
Yeah, right.
And, you know, it's an age-old thing. You want fucking free college? Join the military, bitch. Man the fuck up.
Works. It's a very true statement.
Common Core math.
I'm sorry, that's how it is. Man the fuck up.
I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Apple plus peanut. Peanut butter equals 4. What's so fucking sad is they could probably figure out a way to explain that in a classroom.
Yes.
They probably could.
When I was talking to the school board about why they no longer taught penmanship or cursive, they explained that everything is electronic now. And I said, so are you going to teach spelling? Because there's autocorrect.
Yeah.
No real answer.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah.
It's all just nuts now. I mean,
it's whatever works for their agenda.
And it's not new. We've gone through this exact same thing in different times in this country, and we have. And in different countries, the same shit has happened. I mean, we have to get through this, but I mean, the stupidity of everybody feeling sorry for themselves, and everybody's fucking being butthurt, and everybody's, you know, I don't know, everybody's above me, but everybody's beneath me, and It'll come to an end eventually, but right now, I tell you what, it just freaking sucks. You can't say anything without somebody being ass hurt. That's why I'm glad we still have these chats. I'm glad, like, we have the radio stuff. I'd be going out of my mind. You can't say anything on fucking YouTube anymore. You can't say anything on Facebook. Everyone's in Facebook jail. You know, the only thing you can do is if you want to shit on Trump, you can do that. That's prime target right there. You can do that. That's fine.
Yeah, you want freedom of speech? Shit on Trump all day long. You'll be good.
If you even mention the kid, if you even mention
else that's not shitting on Trump,
well, the kid who's still 18. You know, the kid was 18 how many years ago during a shooting, and then he's 18 again during another one, and now he's 18 again, and he's in Florida. What's his name? Boggs or Bugs or whatever the hell his name is there. Kid's been in how many schools has this kid been in? And he's actually in, and you can't fake it. He's in the actual stories. You can watch the articles, and you're like, really? People are this? Yes, they are. Yes.
But what's even dumber is that when you show them the different things, like, oh, that's not the same person.
He is a very distinctive. He's a distinctive facial individual. All right, he doesn't blend in with a crowd.
No.
You can look right at the guy and go, "Okay, you're full of it." He looks, but the funny thing is, he looks exactly the same.
He kind of looks like that guy that got in trouble with Congress for jacking up the price of the EpiPens. Scaramucci, whatever his name was. Yeah. Was that his name?
Oh, God, that was, oh, Jesus Christ.
He's got that same smug look on his face.
The only reason he got in trouble with Congress was because there was nobody in Congress getting a cut.
Yeah.
Had there been somebody in Congress getting a cut of that, he would have had no problems with Congress.
Yeah.
Now, had Hillary been getting, $55, $60 a pen, she'd have been like, I don't know what you're talking about. Did he die?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Sorry. Wow.
He was a very nice guy.
What a nice fellow.
Hell of a guy.
He left me in the will, right? So I get all the EpiPen stuff? Okay, all right, go.
He shot himself in the back of the head, right? I mean, how did he die?
Yes, it was a horrific suicide shooting gun crash off a bridge, drowning.
All right. So we're almost to the 2-hour mark. And with that, I would like to bring up something that is very, very important to me and very important to many other panel members on this chat. Justin's final mission. And I'm going to bring it up because for multiple reasons. And we have 4 main reasons to bring it up. One would be a Beretta that is in the giveaway. One would be a TriStar that is in the giveaway. One would be a what else is in there? DZ that's in the giveaway. And
the Heritage 22.
That's right. The Heritage 22. Thank you, Joey. And there's something else that is coming from Stalker Steve and myself, to which I will not say what yet because it's going to be a surprise. But yes, there is now five firearms in this giveaway. So for just $10, if you help a veteran, you could win 5 different guns.
I get the word out too. Get the word out. That shocks me that hadn't already hit the mark.
And that is the biggest thing, is getting the word out there. It's just like with CMAX. When we did the CMAX, it was hashtag save CMAX. I made, I don't know how many calls in 2 hours. And I shit you not, every person I called was like, yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And within 24 hours, there was more videos than I could count. And everyone that said they were going to do a video did a video. I had no doubt in my mind. Everyone just jumped to that step and did it.
Let me put a little bit of a mention in here as to what was going on. Okay, we were a little slow in the very beginning. There's a reason why. As you just saw, the website's running. That's why I put it up. It was apparently the people who were doing the website, they've literally decided to rebuild the websites as we began. So we had nothing. And it didn't look right. It did not, it wasn't, nothing was right there. And I'm in contact with the founder of Active Heroes literally on a daily basis, Troy Yoakum and his wife. So I had to wait. There was no choice, because I mean, I was going to send people to a thing that looks like an avatar, you know, the shadow avatar. You're like, what is this?
Little blue nothing.
Yeah, I was like, we had to remain quiet till this whole thing got fixed. We had to get this website fixed, because we're sending people to Active Heroes, not us. You don't send us anything. We don't ask you for a penny. You go actually to Active Heroes and you take care of it there. And that way you can get your, you know, all the information you want. You can get your receipt. Right. It's tax deductible, all of that. All right. And it allows us to keep track of stuff and all that. And I maintain that. But until that got fixed, I kind of had to be quiet. Couldn't really push a whole lot because it didn't look correct. Now it's fixed.
Did they zero it out?
Huh?
Is it zeroed out?
Apparently they're not going to be able to zero it out. So what it is I'm going to take and add the 20,000 to whatever the previous was. We raised 17. I just showing you what we've raised so far. I'll go back to it real quick here. We've done very well so far. There we go. I'll roll back here. Let's see here. So like right now, this is where these are all the donations for this one so far. I mean, it's coming. This is the last. Johnny Watson was the last one for the previous one. So all of this is all new stuff here. This is all, we've got lots and lots happening right now. Lots going on. But we're going to get pushing it. We had to wait until I got the website going. Once the website was up and running, then it's good. You had to be able to send people to Active Heroes. That's the only way it's going to be any good, is to be able to send them to Active Heroes. Go ahead.
Is that the correct amount, John? That's
in other words, we did 17,000. We had a $15,000 total. We did 17,000. So we've raised 1,170 so far.
Yeah.
I'm going to change I now have more control. I can change numbers now. So I'm going to change the total that we're going to include the 20,000 we want plus the original 15. So it'll be 35,000. But the rolling total of what's been given so far, that has to remain. That's the only thing I can't change, is that one there. But that's fine. Yeah. We'll work within those realms and it'll be fine. But now we're ready to start doing, everyone started doing videos and all that.
That's better than what it was before. So I'm good with that.
All right. So here's the question though. Once we raise like that extra, like they did with the other one with the 15,000, are we still going to be able to send another vet there?
I'm working on that. I'm not prepared to say that live on the air.
Okay.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. They bent over backwards for us last time, and and I had a big dilemma because I was contacted about talking to the vet, and I actually have this person's phone number, and I have not spoken to them yet because it was just a big dilemma for me as to whether or not I should do that. I know how I would feel.
That's tough.
Yeah, I know how I would feel if someone was like, "Oh, you picked me." So I'm the sad. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword.
And when you press the last number, they go, "Hello." You say, "My name is," and you tell them why. There's no turning. I can't turn around. I cannot turn around from there.
Right.
So whatever happens, it's either a thank you, or like, oh, they just passed out my number, so everybody knows me. I don't know. I don't know where it's going to go, and either way is correct. However that person feels is their feelings, and that's correct. So I've been torn, and I have not called. I have not made the call yet. I just sit back and go, I don't know.
That's a tough choice.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I've had that number for 2 months now. I haven't called yet. But just so everybody knows that yes, we changed everything because there was a lot of great intentions and a lot of people had great ideas and all that, but it's tough try to explain to people why we're not going to go with that idea. Some people were like, let people write in and give a nomination. No, that's not going to work. It just won't work. It can't be a contest.
There's a lot of problems when it comes to like a nomination, for example. I mean, think about how many veterans there is out there right fucking now. How many of you are actually going to be able to write in and all get the same fucking person that you want?
Right. Yeah. So what we chose to do was we were contacted by a YouTube friend who said his wife works with a lady who does nothing but take care of veterans. And we got a hold of her, and she was honored, and we handed it to her and said, your choice is private, and your choice is your choice. We're entrusting you to take this awesome gift and hand it to the person that you think can best be suited for it. And since they're talking to her on a daily basis, having this come from her isn't a bad thing now. So it was the best way to deliver it. Because I mean, you can imagine, and I don't. Well, I think you can imagine. A lot of you can. I mean, just imagine if somebody contacted you out of the blue and said, "Hey, Ed," and they just start laying down this wonderful thing for you. You may not think that's so wonderful. Yeah, that might not be the greatest idea you think anybody ever came up with. So the best way was to actually allow this lady who works with the veterans, who works with them on a daily basis, who knows them, they trust her, all right, and she's earned their trust to make that decision and keep that decision private.
Exactly.
And you know what? I respect that 100%. Keeping it legit, keeping it quiet. I respect that, because you got to think about this. The biggest thing here is making sure they do not take their own life.
Right. That's it.
Making sure that they stay safe and they are okay. So I personally don't want to show that shit publicly. I don't care what anyone else thinks.
No. I mean, everybody. I don't want it to go wrong now. Everybody embraced our decision. Everybody embraced the way we did it. They all thought that's the correct way. Nobody was like pushing for, we want to know who it is. No, I don't want that to come out wrong. Nobody was pushing for that.
No.
No, I'm simply saying I agree with how everything was done, how everything was ran, and
everything's anonymous.
Yeah, it is the best way. And the reason I'm even bringing it up is because there were a lot of people that had a lot of great ideas that we didn't take the ideas because there was a whole underlying thing of that privacy aspect, and it's hard when you got this great idea to realize that what would I do if I was the veteran and someone comes knocking on my door and goes, "Hey, we got this for you. We heard that you may have some." There's no easy way to do that. There's just no easy way to do that.
And Cobra is out there, and
right, he's got a good comment, I think.
Yeah, it is a good comment. He's talking about, on a serious note, whoever nominated that person should be the one to offer it to the veteran. So if it's that person that you were talking to, John, that was taking care of it, and they're the ones that were doing it, and that happened, then they should be the one to make the call.
Well, that's why we chose to have somebody who works with them on a daily basis, who has earned their trust and they trust, be able to be the one to go, you know what, this is awesome opportunity. There's this awesome opportunity for you if you want to do it. And here it is. Nobody knows, blah, blah, blah. Here you go. It was just weird for me when the veteran wanted to speak to me, and I wasn't sure how do I. Well, I know me. I might actually take it personally. I know me, and I might take it personally.
And you know what? In that regards, John, I would say step up, talk to him. And don't take me the wrong way. I say this because you've done the work. And you might not think you've done a lot, but every little bit that each and every single one of us and everyone else in their community has done has helped. So if they want to speak to you for 30 seconds, 5 minutes, whatever it is, take the time to speak to them.
Yeah, I'm still contemplating. For me, it's a different.
There's also.
Go ahead, Ed.
Go ahead and finish, John.
No, go ahead.
There's also the family involved too.
There is, and you know what? And maybe something as simple as he just wants to say thank you, or she, whoever it may be, that wants to say thank you.
And see, then I also have a dilemma there because I don't deserve the thank you.
And I'm not saying you do. I'm not saying any of us do.
What I'm saying is that family is looking for help too.
Yeah, true. I don't know. It's just I wrestled with it. I just wrestled with it, and it's like I don't know. I just don't know. I'm still thinking about it.
Actually, I think what they should have done was give them your number so that if he wanted to say, you know, fuck off or thank you, maybe he should have. It probably would have been easier instead of, you know, you trying to make the decision. Well, should I call and find out how it went, or maybe not because, you know, this guy might tell me to go screw myself. What do you think?
And
I don't want to freehand that or anything like that.
Right, and it could be me also just being paranoid about not wanting to. There's a lot of every single scenario you can imagine is also, you know, just swirling around. You know, Cobra's saying that it might be water over the dam now, and I understand that. But I mean, I for me it was like, if someone wants to say thank you, then I want to say, you know, well, there's so many people involved. I mean, there's a massive group of people that are involved. There's no one person who did any of this. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want that person then to think that there's all these people know who I am. I would be afraid of that. So, you know, that goes through your head. You don't know. You just don't know. I don't want to. I'd rather just be quiet. Sometimes I think just be quiet and let it go. Just.
And I get that. I mean, how for me, for example, just with C-Max alone, and no one take this the wrong way, but literally, no matter what the giveaway was, everyone thought I was always the one running the giveaway, and it was not always me. But everyone always reached out and thanked me. And it's like, guys, it's Bald and Curious. It's Coda Boy. It's not me. Just stop. Please stop. Thank the guys that are doing it, not me. I started it, yes, but that's it. I did nothing else.
Well, there's a lot of great people involved. I look at it like this. We have an amazing community. All right, it's an amazing community. I've seen this community do some insane shit. I mean, insane shit. There was somebody, Ed, you were on, Joey, you were on. There was somebody who needed a gun, for an AR-15 for a reason. I don't remember what it was. We announced it on the Friday show, live on the air. And I mean, within 7 days, all the parts to build an AR-15 were sitting at fucking Ebomi's house.
Yeah, what was it? He was meeting with one of the local radio personalities, and they were doing a drawing for vets.
Oh, that's right.
And they basically asked him, could you get a rifle done
in a week?
Within 48 hours, we basically had the whole rifle. Everyone donated parts for the whole entire rifle. So. And it was just a generic thing. It's not like, you know, they.
So this community's done some amazing things. So I mean, I understand where you're coming from, Scotsman, because I've had it too before. People go, "Oh, thank you." No, there's no thank you. There's no thank you at all. Yeah. If you want to thank me for the radio show. Yes, that I'll take credit for. But you know, all the rest of it, you know, it's everybody's involved. Everybody's involved. I get to do my little piece because I'm retired. My shop is here at the house. I check my emails all the time, which puts me on the computer all the time, which means I'm available to answer questions about the website. I'm available to go, thank you for your donation. I'm available all the time to do that. So that just means here's my part, my piece of the job that I can do.
Well, I'll give you a prime example, like Razor JB. You guys, most of you've all seen the video. Razor sent me a whole bunch of patches. He sent me a flag. It's sitting right there, and I intend to do great things with that flag. But again, I thanked Razor JB for what he did, for his service and everything else. And he's like, dude, I'm just a regular guy. And the same thing with him. He's like thanking me for what I did for CMAX. And I'm like, dude, I'm just a regular fucking guy. I didn't do shit.
Well, I think a lot of times, I mean, I'd rather have a bunch of us sitting around going, we're just regular people, than people running around going. So, I mean,
and that's it. And that's kind of my point is, you know, it is what it is. We do what we do because we are that community. That's just
and there's so many. I mean, there's so many people. I mean, the number of private giveaways that were done to help Justin, private stuff that was done to help CMAX. There's just so many, and you can never get it all under one roof. So it's like, you know, there's just, I don't know. For me, it's always be very, very easy with credit because there's so many people involved.
Yeah,
you do not need to be freaking sticking your nose. Yeah, there's just so many people involved that have done so much. There are people in Justin's final mission, guys, and this is amazing. They give a portion of their retirement every month. They put $120 in every freaking month. They keep doing it. Why? Because that's just they knew who Justin was. They love everything about it. They can't believe how awesome this is, and this is something they can really get behind. So they do it. They throw a chunk of it every month. Boom, 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 boom. And there's a lot of people that whenever they got $20, they go throw it on Justin's final mission. They got $20, they go throw it in there. And it's
it's just like with CZ and TriStar. I simply reached out to them and said, hey, this is what we're doing. Here's a link, here's a link, here's a link, here's a link. And within less than 10 minutes, both of them turned around and said, what do you want?
Yeah, and that's also, I mean, that's amazing, is to have those companies actually to have them actually step forward, because so many companies now are about views. They're about, you know,
step up and sponsor and
they're about you know, how many people are going to get stuff from me if I go ahead and give that to you for, and then, you know, what's your view count like? But to have people that just go, look, that's what it's for. Awesome, I want to be a part of this, and they jump in. I'm always amazed. It's just like every time we do one of the AR giveaways, you know, so that's what I mean. There's so many people that get involved. People are like, I got ammo. People are throwing in ammo. They're throwing in, you know, whatever. If they got $20, they throw in the $20. They don't care. There's just so many people involved.
And it's huge, man. It's absolutely huge. Every single time. It's just huge.
This is an amazing community. It does amazing things. And I mean, you wish there was a way to just get everybody.
If I could literally fucking thank everybody and shake everybody's fucking hand, I would. But I'm talking thousands, and I mean thousands of fucking people, because our community is so fucking wide, so big, and so various, and there's that many people that have jumped into both Justin's final mission and the CMAX and helped out with every one of them. It's just fucking huge.
Oh yeah, thank you, Cobra. I appreciate that. Cobra just jumped in and made a comment on 20 viewers watching this live stream. Let's all go put $10 towards the cause. Who's with me? Help a vet and get an entry in a youth giveaway. I mean, and I'll tell you what. You talk about a bunch of people making it sweet and easy for you to give $10. I mean, good God Almighty. I mean, Scotsman, you've done so much. Eric's done so much. So many people, Joey, everyone's done so much. This thing is like a huge, gigantic. It's reached the point now of like, why wouldn't you do at least one?
But that's the fucking thing, John. I haven't done shit.
No, yes, you have. Remember, doing something.
All I have done is spread the word, brother.
Right, but that's great, fantastic. You've also helped us get these firearms out here too. So everyone's done their part. Everyone's done their part. I mean, from even making a video, and like has been said many times, if you can't do anything, if you can't even afford the $10, if you got a cell phone, just make something quick and go, hey guys, don't know if you knew it or not. Justin's final mission is in the run. It's going. It's happening right now. Check it out. This is where you go. That right there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I still have to make a video for this particular one. I still haven't done one yet. and it's coming. I still got to make a video.
Oh, you'll do it. There's a lot of people that are doing stuff right now that are behind on the videos and stuff. That happens.
I'm behind on a lot of things. I owe a few people some VRs. I still got to make a VR for Justifiable Mission. I got a ton of shit I got to do. I just haven't got to yet.
Hey, John, if you could dump that link into the internal so I can put it in the external.
Yeah.
Hold on, John's not a mod. I thought John was a mod. Hold on, we'll fix that.
Not that I know of.
We'll fix that. Hang on.
Right there. Is it always?
There's been a lot of people involved in Justin's final giveaway, or Justin's final mission. His giveaway right now, I'm hoping that it continues, and build them cabins, man.
Absolutely. And I also encourage people.
I've said in my videos, I have zero tolerance for, veteran suicide. Been saying that a long time. I know a lot of the other guys have. Got to stop it.
Absolutely. It needs to stop. And this is a great place, and it's a great idea. They do great things. And I encourage everybody, if nothing else, just go look at it. Just go look at it. It's in Kentucky. I was, believe it or not, I was at Fort Knox, and I wasn't sure of the location where it was. And we were at Fort Knox. I didn't even look and didn't even realize that I was miles away from it. I could have actually been there. I did not know it was there. I did not have a clue. So I'm in the middle of nowhere in Kentucky thinking, nah. We were out actually shooting a video on a go-kart track. And then we left and we started heading back. And I'm sitting there going through and someone went, "Oh, you were there? Yeah. You were just down the road from Active Heroes." I went, "What?" And we're already gone. I'm like, "What?" I'm looking going, I was in Shepherdsville, I think it was called. It's like right around the corner. Sucked. I did not get to go. I would have loved to have walked in there and went, "It's me. I'm the asshole always bitching about the website."
We fixed that. John, you're a mod now. You can post whatever you want.
Oh, thanks, sir.
Here comes the midget porn from John.
All right, John, you post midget porn, you will be banned, and you will be banned pretty fast, just like Joey Cosmo.
Yeah, whoa, baby.
Yeah. No midget porn for me. I leave that up to Joey.
We don't need Joey posting anything about his fucking mom.
Dude, I will resend that picture to you for the next 3 hours.
I'm sure you will, but I'm not going to look at it.
It don't matter. I'll just clog up your Texas with that.
Texas?
Yeah, I know what I just said.
I'm pretty sure I'm not in Texas. I'm in Ohio, not Texas. Ohio.
It's right next to Illinois.
You can take off the ES and just put texts. Just saying. You can just go texts. There's texts and texts. That's it, Joey. I'm going to block your texts. Says.
Yeah, multiple ones.
Someone slapped Joey in the face. Am I correct? The lisp that he has going on the left.
I don't think it's a lisp. He was born with 6 marbles in his mouth.
He was. Someone needs to knock him out.
There you go, Joey. Look at Jamby.
Oh, man.
Thanks, Alan. Appreciate it. Always count on you for support.
God, I gotta start saying AllenBePro now.
Just trying to share the love.
You got me all messed up because now I was like, I wouldn't say his name first. Then I started saying JanIsGay. Then all of a sudden it's like back to normal. I'm like, JanIsGay. Then it says AllenBePro. I'm like, fuck.
It's still JanIsGay. Don't worry about it. JanIsGay is what he is. It's all he'll ever be known by is Jan is fucking gay.
Multiple personalities.
I couldn't even say in my video without busting out laughing. I'm like, this guy's got a fucked up channel name.
If you ever give him a shout out, is JanIsGay.
Oh, that's what I did too. I just couldn't say it with a straight face without busting out laughing.
No one can. He's not straight. He's gay.
Jan is gay. Yes, Jan is gay.
Oh, that was funny.
All right. With that being said, gentlemen, we have surpassed the 2-hour plus mark. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go from Joey Cuz. Go ahead and do an outro, brother man.
Oh fuck! Yeah, you just want to hear me stumble and fumble all over my words. Yeah, exactly. See?
Very close. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah. With that being said, later. I don't know. I'll keep it short and sweet.
All right.
Go check your radiators and go ask your local mechanic if that's right.
All right. Moving on. Insight Freedom.
Fun to be back around. In the process of this, I might have ordered a new gun, so hopefully.
Yeah, that was definitely a good price that you found.
Yeah.
I may have also ordered one of those guns.
We need to get together and shoot those together with Daniel. That would be fun. 3 of
Yes,
them.
we do.
So there might be, and I think the movement is hashtag one more instead of one less, right? So every new gun has to have a hashtag one more. So again, next week, but thanks. It's fun.
All right, good to see you, man. Glad you could make it. Ed.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, how many of those have you had? It?
Come on.
No, it was a great show, and I'm glad we were able to kind of spread out, a very worthy cause for C-Max and Justin's final mission. And guys, stay armed, stay safe.
Absolutely. Carry on. John Solar 283.
Ooh, had a blast. Good time. Looking forward to whatever the next thing is going to happen for the C-Max deal is. Don't forget, we get a custom handmade. I'll do a video so you can watch it be made of a turkey pot. One of the ones you use to call turkeys in so you can shoot them. I'll make the whole thing for you live on YouTube whenever Scotsman announces what they're going to do for C-Max. So don't forget, that'll be in there too. Justin's final mission. Thank you for everybody who says anything about it, talks about it, lets anyone know. Like everybody said 100 times, talking about the C-Max, talking about Justin's final mission. That's one thing that at least gets the word out. So getting the word out is most important, and I'll zip it.
Absolutely. Thank you, man. And thank you for that absolutely phenomenal donation to the pot of yet as what to become, because trust me, guys, I have something pretty special planned. You guys all know me. I'm fucking crazy motherfucker. So trust me, it's gonna be fucking special as fuck. Just wait. With that being said, AllenBePro, JanIsGay. Go ahead, brother man.
Thanks, Scotsman. First, I gotta say, Robin Jones, congratulations. Congratulations. Thank everybody that joined us in the panel tonight. We've had a lot of great people, and Joey had some great people out in the side chat, had some good conversation going on, except for one guy that I ended up kicking out. But other than that, had a great night, and as always, keep the magazines loaded and one in the chamber.
Yep, I was waiting for one of the ranches to take care of that for me. I was gonna do it myself, but I got plenty of fucking ranches. So get to work, people. That's why you have a fucking ranch.
They were having fun toying with him for a while, so I was kind of letting them milk him.
All right. Well, with that being said, guys, I do appreciate it. I appreciate everyone on the panel. Appreciate everyone who has helped out with Justin's final mission, C-Max, all of that stuff. It's been awesome, phenomenal. Lots more to come. Guys, If you have not checked out my 1,000 sub giveaway, please do so. I am 29 subs away. 29.
We got to do that video too. Damn.
And I am literally to the end of the month. You have to the end of the month before that ends. And whether I make it or not, I am doing the giveaway. I have 2 different packages. I added more to the packages in the last week, and I still have more to add that I am picking up in the next couple of days. So trust me, it's well worth the time and effort that you put into it.
Well, I could probably put you over the mark with all my troll channels.
Yeah, I was gonna say everyone start making troll channels for him.
Yeah.
And then troll him as he goes.
Troll away.
Yeah, trolling the Scotsman.
Troll away. All right, guys. With that being said, I appreciate each and every single one of you. The Cobra Burnout, the real fucking Cobra Burnout. I appreciate you too. No matter what you think of me, man. I know we had our differences back and forth, but I still appreciate you, brother. With that being said, guys, thank you. We are out of here, and we will see you next week for an early special, which will be at 8:30 for the special part of the chat, which will be the live section of Battle of the Beards. Later, guys.
Thanks.